Sunday, everyone. How's everyone doing? How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a great and relaxing day. Um, Being Sunday for us here, the struggle continues. Mm. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're getting the necessary rest that you need before the start of a new week. Welcome back to my show. Thank you very much. As you know, this is your girl, Omoye's Corner, coming direct to you today so we can talk about matters that concern us. As the topic states, we're taking back our mandate. We are not retreating. We're not surrendering. So, hey, Patsy, welcome. Highly favored, welcome. Greetings. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you for coming to the show. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a great day. As I was saying, I said the fight continues. We are here. We are not giving up. We are not being quiet. We are making our voices known. We are fighting. We are resisting because we cannot allow this to continue. So, if you're a Nigerian, wherever you are, this concerns you. So this matter concerns every Nigerian. I don't know whether you know what time it is. Um, if you don't, please get to know what time it is because if we do not fight for what we have, hey, let me not say anything else apart from that. Let's just remain focused on this fight. I don't intend to stay here too long, so whatever we have to talk about today, we're just going to talk about it and keep it moving. So, guys, I know that you guys are aware, everybody's aware of what's going on with INEC delaying and not allowing the Labour Party to inspect the INEC materials, even though we heard if you have been looking through Twitter, I'm sure you've come across where they said the lawyers from Labour Party are wanting to sue the INEC chairman, right, to regarding his outright refusal to allow the INEC materials to be investigated. Cassie, welcome, welcome, greetings. Oh, welcome, greetings. So you're in Boston. Oh my God. How's the weather? I hope you're keeping warm. It's very cold over here. I hope it's you're keeping warm over there. I hope the weather is favorable. So that's the situation of things right now. So there's a lot of conversations going on around whether people should come out and protest and all of that. Welcome, Mr. Ife. Thank you very much. So there's that conversation going on whether this is the right time to go out and protest. Some people believe that we should wait to hear what the outcome of the case is. So until before we decide what to do, and we have to be very strategic and plan. As you know, back home, people are still not able to access cash as they should. Okay, even when you transfer money, the next thing you hear, what's it called? No service. I mean, no network. So there's so much going on back home in Nigeria. People are literally starving. There's no food. I was looking at pictures of the marketplace. It's literally empty. Nobody's buying anything. Matter of fact, people who take their produce to the market, they're begging people to buy from them because nobody's buying, and they're insisting on cash, and nobody's taking the old notes. Even the bank, I heard that even when the bank gives you the old notes, they don't expect you to give them the old note back. It's just crazy to me. I mean, it's really, really crazy to me. And so I mean that's what's going on basically. I'm sure there's more, but this is what I can say right now from the top of my head, and I want us to talk about it and also to talk about any strategies, of course keeping it very, very coded as to what we need to do, because we cannot allow this mandate stand. We cannot allow the broad daylight robbery that took place on the 25th. We cannot allow it stand. We can't fold our hands and watch this. I don't want us to spend, I mean, personally, there's a time, a time will come where we all have to stand up. So, and there's a call for protests from Nigerians all over the diaspora. So, wherever you are, if you need to get your permits in order, please do. I'm going to work on my own permit on my side so that we can be ready when we need to do that. But in the meantime, we're just going to talk about what options we have, you know, if should the court choose not to do what is expected of it. We know that the court is corrupt. We know they've been bought and sold. We know that. But we just want to play along with the game that they already have lined up, you know, because they really think that we don't have any. They really assume that Nigerians are mumus. In their minds, they are like, oh, it's only shout, it's only shout they will shout, it's only talk they will talk. After talking, everybody will keep quiet and it will be a thing. So they are biding time, they are stalling, because they feel like Nigerians, they can adjust to anything. Only talk, talk, talk. Before you know it, they've forgotten. Next, they move on to the next thing. They are banking on that. Okay. So, and then with regards to the elections coming up on the 18th next month, please familiarize yourself with your state candidates for those people whose gubernatorial candidates or elections coming up. I know Delta, Rivers, Kaduna, Plateau states. Which other states? I think Oyo. Is it Oyo? I think Oyo State and a few others, like 12 states, are up for re-election. So please familiarize yourself with your candidate. I'm going to be showing their pictures momentarily. But for now, I want us to look at the picture that speaks a lot, that I think that everybody should um, pay attention to, like really ponder on, because the election in Lagos is causing a lot of people are bringing up all these old tribal sentiments and all just to trigger people. To me, I say do not be triggered, whatever they try to um, make you, however way they make you feel. This picture right here says it's not Igbo versus Yoruba, it is APC versus the people. Keep that in mind. If you're in Lagos and you're voting, keep that in mind. It's not Igbo. They're trying to make you feel like it's Igbo versus Yoruba, but it's not. That's not the case. Really, it is APC versus the people, because APC is the government in power that has done so much damage to the people and to the system. They're trying to create a feudalism in Nigeria where only a few people have all the money and everybody else is begging for them, begging them for a spoon of food. That is what they're trying to get to. So it's not even about Yoruba Igbo. They're just trying to create that narrative. But really, it's about the party, the so-called elites, which I don't think we have anyway. They call themselves elites, versus the people. So keep your focus on that if you're in Lagos and if you belong to any side of this team, you know, because we don't have the time. They're trying to waste time, and we do not have that time. Welcome, Casimir. Greetings to you. Hey, Eunice, girl. Welcome. Thank you for coming by today. Happy Sunday to you. I appreciate you guys showing up today. And so there's a quick video of Okowa losing Delta State by 161,000 votes and Peter Obi winning by 341 votes. LP's votes were massively, they were rigged in Delta State, which you're already aware of, but I think it makes sense for us to hear it again. For some of us that are, not conversant with everything that's going on. So I'm willing to play that video for you here so you can hear it for yourself in case you're in doubt. So let me start this over. If you can see it, please say yes in the comment section. Hi, Amaka. Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Please indicate by saying yes if you can hear me, please. Can you see the video? Okay, great. Thank you.
Determine who was going to represent Ndokwa, who was going to represent Ndokwa West in the House of Assembly, Ndokwa East in the House of Assembly. Every place he wanted to intervene, and that was why his daughter got the ticket in the Car Northeast. It was interesting seeing his daughter begging Labour to support her for her election. For an Okowa, you should expect that as the chairman of the South Governors Forum, Okowa should easily win his election, being on the ticket. Akwa Ibom won their election. Bielsa won their election. Okowa lost woefully by 161,000 votes. And I stand by the fact that I'm telling you that Obi won by more than 341,000 votes in Delta State. A lot of his votes have been discovered that they did not record, and some were even thrown away in the very local government where Okowa comes from, in Ika Northeast. Now, when I analyze PDP and APC, Sheriff has been determined who was going to represent Ndokwa, who was going to represent Ndokwa West in the House of Assembly, Ndokwa East in the House of Assembly. Every place he wanted to intervene, and that was why his daughter got the ticket in the Car Northeast. It was interesting seeing his daughter begging Labour to support her for her election. For an Okowa, you should expect that as the chairman of the South Governors Forum, Okowa should easily win his election, being on the ticket. Akwa Ibom won their election. Bielsa won their election. Okowa lost woefully by 161,000 votes. And I stand by the fact that I'm telling you that Obi won by more than 341,000 votes in Delta State. A lot of his votes have been discovered that they did not record, and some were even thrown away in the very local government where Okowa comes from, in Ika Northeast. Now, when I analyze PDP and APC, Sheriff has been determined.
So you can hear that for yourself. Okowa is the chairman of the Governors Forum, yet his daughter is going around begging obedience to please vote for her. Please make it make sense. If you do the work and you serve the people, you don't even need to, your work will speak for you. You won't even need to campaign. People will be on the streets for you, right? Most of these people do not understand that concept. So guess what? They want to continue to play the old book. They want to play the same old hand that has failed over and over and over and over and over and over again. So we cannot pretend that we don't know what's going on, my people. It is clear what is going on. It is very clear what is going on. you know so anybody wey no know wetin dey happen, please know now. This election that has happened, it's not like before. It's different. Okay, people are willing to fight for what they have, for what is theirs, rightfully so. Of course, Gbadebo is the candidate for governor for Lagos State. I sent him a message directly because I have direct contact to him, to see if he can come up here and talk to everyone. So I don't know. I haven't heard from them yet, but if we do, and if he's hearing me, or if any of his representatives are hearing me, please, I beg, come and talk to us. Some of us live in Lagos and would like to hear from you directly. So if your schedule allows, it will be very nice. It will be great to have you come on here on our platform to tell us what you have in store for Lagos people. Even though we've been following your election, but at least it would be nice to hear your voice and hear you interface with the people. So that's Gbadebo there for Lagos. So please do not forget, it's the Labour Party all the way. Like I said, I'm going to be showcasing all the candidates as I see them. Um, okay, so apparently there's a lady running for Lagos State, so Lagos State House of Assembly, um, Alimosho constituency 2. Honorable Awe Dupe Adebola. Let me show her up the screen here. Um, let me see. So that's the person contesting for the Lagos House of Assembly Alimosho constituency too. Her name is Honorable Awedupe Adebola. So if you belong to that constituency, biko put mark her face so that you can ask the proper questions. Don't be carried away. This time we are in now. Everybody eye dey shine. While we're fighting to get our presidential mandate back, please, if you're voting anybody, pay attention, ask the right questions, interface with them. Don't wait until election is over. This is the time. You have 1 week to do all of this. I don't know when the Lagos State House of Assembly election is, but I believe it's the same time as the gubernatorial election. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but know who they are. If you're in that area, know who this person is, so you can ask the right questions. Okay. Um, let me see here. Okay, so by the way, there's somebody from there's another person from this one is in Edo State, though the picture is not very clear, so I'm not even going to bother showing that. Um, mm, 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 okay, so we have, I think there's a interview by Gbadebo on Arise News for those of us, those people who live in Lagos, so you can hear your governor talk, your incoming talk. It's very important.
You were in Nekpe yesterday and a few other places. But then the report was that there was an attack, and indeed some elements shot at some of your guys. Were you the target? Is this about what Body Judge was talking about, that you might be?
Yes, there have been a lot of threats. There have been a lot of, we've gotten a lot of intel about potential assassination attempts on my life. Yesterday in Itapo in Ekpe, we had Honorable Wale Oluo with us. We also had Honorable Najim from the PDP working with us. And they were also shot at, right, in Akwa yesterday. And there was a lot of anger amongst the APC youth that were there, because they were, these people were wearing Greater Rising T-shirts, so we are not speculating. They were APC. And the idea is we need to move away from this bureaucracy that Lagos State has come to be defined as, where it's about violence and vitriol and anger and suppression and intimidation. If you do your job, you should not have to intimidate people in relation to how they want to vote, right? So, but for us, 95% of the journey was a beautiful one. People came out in droves. They were happy to see us. There was joy on their faces. There was hope on their faces. And that's what we're doing, In relation to moving the date of the elections, for me, I've always said this since the first day I came here. I said our strategy is a surge strategy. It has always been a surge strategy. And I'm in that surge now. So whether I extend it for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, doesn't matter to me. That surge and momentum is going to keep building and building. But lastly, it's very important that the data from BVAS is properly taken out before it is reset or reconfigured or whatever they want to term it as, so that His Excellency Peter Obi was moving out. A lot of young men came out and tried to block the road, right? And obviously,
the person that probably put it on Twitter didn't do.
We cannot go in because
so I can't turn it. So
we had quite a lot of force with us in terms of police, and the police were with us, and it was very important that we did not show any force, because what will then happen is, as they are trying to propagandize Igbadebo to Chinedu, they now say, I came in there and I'm trying to take over Ekpe and I'm using guns and all of that. So we had the police go in there and talk and try to allay everything. And DSS was also very helpful in that situation to neutralize the situation. But they did shoot at us, right? And they did try to intimidate us.
Were you on the bus and they were shooting at you, or were you below?
So the great thing that we had was that the DSS knew, they could see it coming. They went ahead, they took me down from the top of the bus and brought me back down. And they said, there's a threat in front, so we're going to neutralize the threat. And then as we're going there, we heard gunshots in the air.
So do you feel safe in Lagos now? Because I know that you have also said that when your administration comes into power, you're going to end thuggery. I don't know how that would happen.
Because we're going to try. I mean, look at that young man that was talking, even when the APC cap.
In the
what
video
did he
we
ask
played.
for? Yes, he asked for jobs. And I keep saying these things. A lot of these guys, they're behaving like this because they feel that their lifeline will be taken away from them. And that lifeline is a situation of just taking, not necessarily working or being productive, but the state government has backed you up so you can just take and seize, almost like the strong arm of a mafia, sort of structure. What we are saying is, we're going to give you the skills to work, and we're going to create work for you, right? And if you are ready to work, you have jobs. But if you want to continue doing this whole monkey to work, baboon the chop situation, there's no place for you in Lagos State. And I say that on my chest. I've said this for a long time. Lagos State must become productive. 8 out of 10 containers that come to Lagos leave empty. With our population increasing the way it is increasing, we must have a productive population. If not, it's just going to be, we're sitting on a keg of gunpowder, especially in terms of security. And Lagos State needs to be secure if we're going to grow the way we're supposed to.
There you have it for Lagos State. So this is the Kaduna State Secretariat. They had a meeting at the Kaduna State Secretariat. So you guys know that the gubernatorial election is also going on in Kaduna. Let's listen to, let me see. Okay, no, this is Patutomi's conversation. Let's listen to him, actually. I haven't heard this one before, so I just want us to get as much information as possible.
It's moral authority as a leader to ensure that the young people were not disappointed. They were suddenly very, very disappointed in how things panned out. But we must reconstruct going forward. How do we assure people that they're going to be safe when they vote and that their votes will count? This is a sacred duty that we owe the Nigerian voter.
I saw two videos that really made me cry. A young man in Jos, in that video, they wrote that he left a note. He was so disappointed, nothing to leave since INEC behaved the way they did. He just took rope and hanged himself.
Yeah, that's the one that got in the news.
Yeah.
There are others.
Yes.
I mean, a friend of mine lost a daughter, 30-something-year-old young lady with young children. And she just fell into depression and said, what's the point in living in this kind of country? A couple of days later, she was dead. When these things happen,
Oh God, oh my people, this election has cost a lot of Hey, anyway, we remain focused. This is a fight to the end. We are not giving up. There's no way. Meanwhile, the people that Agbado party bribed, gave money to for election, they are owing them. So let's hear their cry together. Hey, I never start to dey cry. When you can see my screen, please let me know. I've been taking it off and bringing it back, so it may have caused some sort of delay. So let me know if you can see my screen, please. Just respond with a yes. Can you see my screen? Yes. Okay, great. So let's listen together.
ṣe yìí gbogbo èèyàn ló ń sẹ́ǹdẹ̀s ní orúkọ tèmi tèmi bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ orúkọ mi ni Ọmọdọ̀lápọ̀ Adénísì mo wà ní wọlé ní Lagos road first bank láti 15 years tí mo ti wà ní Ìkòròdú yìí mo máa ń ṣe òṣèlú láti mú ṣí ni ìgbà tí mo kọ́dé Ìkòròdú yìí mo gba bọ́sẹ̀dà dì mí sí Ìkòròdú yìí láti lè máa ṣe APC nítorí APC ló wà bá mi bí mi sí láti ìgbà tí mo ti dé Ìkòròdú ló bá mi 15 years bí ìjẹ́ 500 naira APC mo lè fi ọdọọdún mo fi dìbò fún wọn lẹ́yìn òtí ẹ̀wà bí mi mú a máa bọ́ síta máa ṣe kàmbásà a máa fi àwọn èèyàn bọ́ta àwọn tá wà nínú ṣíìtì àwọn là ń ṣe kàmbásà gẹ́gẹ́ bí pé àwọn èèyàn ní ọwọ́ ìṣèkọ̀ṣẹ́ yẹn tó wọn ò fáwọn èèyàn lówó wọn ò fáwọn èèyàn ní ìbọn wọn ọmọ ọlọ́run ní láti jẹ́ kí ni orí ìwà aṣáájú nígbà òjú yìí ẹjọ́ gómìnà ẹlẹ́yìn má bàa bọ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí ẹjọ́ ṣe àtúnṣe
Wow. All the money when they give them, they not give them money, oh, by the way, they are owing them. I'm telling you, Amaka, my sentiments precisely. I don't feel sorry for them. Why should I? These people sold their destinies for what? They are owing them. They didn't even pay them. They're owing them on top. God. And they are now coming out and crying that they are owing them. And they should come and pay them their money. Otherwise, they're not going to come out to vote for their Agbado party next week. Like, who cares? They are coming and they are making their God, no. It's such a shame. I'm telling you. Loretta, I'm telling you, it's already alarming. It's not becoming. It's already the alarm. The alarm is blowing, and it's blowing loud. Hey, I'm telling you. Allah Tenuje, I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. For every action, you're right. There's always an equal and opposite reaction. I'm telling you. These people were collecting side money to deprive people. Now they are owing them on top of the fact that they gave them their own PVCs. They are owing them on top of it. Hey, this is the kind of the person the president-elect is what they are anticipating that people will accept. It's not going to work. It will not work. It will not stand. We're all ready. It will not stand though. Nigeria will not go into the hands of a mafia group. It's not going to happen. Since we are the ones in this generation, we have to fight it. There's no other way about it. God forbid. Can you imagine your own children inheriting this calamity? God forbid, though. We fight, my people. There's no way around this. None whatsoever. There's no way around it at all. Let's listen to, I told you guys that as I come upon the governors of every state that is running for gubernatorial election, I'm going to be putting them on the screen so you can hear them and get familiar with this candidate. It's very important, So there's this clip of him where he was talking, So we're just going to show the clip. You guys know I can't show all the interviews, the full length of it, because it will be too much time here. So I'm just going to show you a clip so you can familiarize yourself. So this is the gubernatorial candidate for Akwa Ibom. Let me show him. And let me know when you can see my screen. Okay, so I think his name is, one second, guys. I want to find out what his name is. Peter Odo, that's his name.
Let me start with the presidential. It is not true that the PDP won that election. We have a result. Labour Party won across all the local government. have our result. In Uyo Senatorial District, we won massively and convincingly. In Ikot Senatorial District, we won. Also in the Ekpe Senatorial District, we won convincingly. But to our greatest surprise, which is not out of place for PDP and the INEC, they issued a result that was not our result. We refuted that result immediately. Even our state party chairman did not sign the result. That's not our result. So I need to put that straight. That the result that is flying around is not the result of Akwa Ibom State. The Akwa Ibomites took a decision. They all voted for Labour Party, and that wouldn't be different in the governorship race. In fact, they are more angry now. They are very, very angry. They want to express their anger at the poll on next Saturday.
So that's Peter Odo of Labour Party in Akwa Ibom. You're already very much familiar with Gbadebo, so we don't need to keep playing him. If I come upon any other candidate as I go down, I will bring it up here so you guys can hear. So you can put a face to the name. Will INEC apologize to Nigerians over its inability to transmit the presidential election results? A national commissioner with the commission has this to say. Should we listen to this or not bother? Rich, welcome. Welcome, my brother. Happy Sunday.
What's up? Happy Sunday. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone listening to me. Hope everyone's doing okay.
We're doing great. I hope you're doing great yourself.
I'm okay.
I know.
I'm okay. Just what a day.
I know. It's, before I came out, I keep asking myself, why am I even bothering? Why is this of concern to me? Why is this matter why am I so involved with this? Why should I bother about this?
It's because you're a decent person and the obvious injustice. Like, I often ask myself the same thing because, to be honest, I shouldn't care, but it's just, I was born here. You feel me? I was born in Nigeria. It's not. I mean, I left when I was a youngin, but still, like, it's not. I know where I'm from. I know I'm not from here. I might hold a passport here, but I'm not from here. Like, I'm Nigerian, so it hurts you because it's just the fact that they think they can get away with this into 2023 is just what turns my blood into a lemon. I just can't stand it.
I can't myself. I mean, every time I think about it, it infuriates me. I don't know why. I literally feel like just going to Nigeria and just marching in there, and I don't know. It's crazy. I ask myself every day, why am I so bothered? Why am I so engulfed with this? Why? You know? But I can't help it, guys. I cannot help it. I cannot stand injustice. I can't. Doesn't matter who it's involved. I just cannot stand it. That's why I'm very careful where I find myself, because I can't. I'm one of those people. I would react before knowing what I've done. So this really bothers me. It bothers the core of who I am, and I just can't imagine Nigerians being thrown into this
Nah,
type.
we're not gonna take this because I'm glad they finally called for a protest because this, I already told you I don't believe in all this, but His Excellency has said he wants to set an example. And on the bird's eye view look at things, I understand the fact that he wants to set an example because we have to have a good as the youths, the people coming behind us, they have to have a good example. Like, they have to know that it's not just about knowing somebody or paddy or corruption or ineptitude or like knowing somebody. They have to know that you can You can go through regular process through process that this is indeed a country. But if they prove to us that this is not a country anymore, then we have to take it to Nigerian rules, thuggery, intimidation, violence. Yes, that's who we are, people. I'm sorry.
You're right. Africa Bambata. Who are you referring to? Who is which of my friends? My friend has spoken, INEC spokesman. He just finished an interview with Dr. Abba. Which one? I beg, so that we can listen to it here. Africa Bambata. Please let me know. I beg. I did go Arise News right now because I want to know what's up, man. Because you're right. I think Cynthia said something that I was going to respond to. Eunice said something I was going to respond to just now. Like, um, yes, it was Casimir that said it. Casimir said, "When good people keep mute in the midst of wickedness, evil persists." That's true. This is what keeps me going. Like, I cannot be quiet. I cannot be silent about this. You know. So let me go to Arise News. Bear with me. INEC. Oh, this was 3 hours ago. Court grants INEC leave to reconfigure. Let me see. Okoye. Okay. Festus Okoye, Arise News. Let's see what the ignore. Let me see what he had to say. He's not my friend though. I beg. I don't get friends. You said he just finished an interview with Arise News just now, today. African Bambata, today, right? Because I'm seeing an interview with him 2 days ago. Is it the one for 2 days ago you're referring to, or the one for today? Arise News live. Maybe it's in a live. Let's see. Oh, today with Abati. Okay. So the one I see here is, let me play this one. But this one is, let me see if he's there. Let me mute so I can see. Let me share this one and see. There's one with they already cut this one out. This was 3 hours ago. I wonder what he had to say. What does Okoye have to say? Let me play this one and see.
To this live the Sunday talk show here on the Arise News channel. With me, I have Professor Bola Akintenewa, Director General, Bolitag Center for International Diplomacy and Strategic Studies, Professor David Awurawo, Professor of International Relations and Strategic Studies at the University of Lagos, Nigeria, and Yemi Adamolekun, Executive Director in Office now. Well, we have had three very interesting guests. The commissioner in charge of voter education of INEC, ahead of the now postponed gubernatorial and House of Assembly elections. Dr. Femi Okelson-Yitolu, in charge of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, talking about train colliding with bus colliding with a train, with 6 persons dead and 84 injured in Lagos, and containers falling off, like slippery objects of the back of trucks, of trailers in the Lagos metropolis in 3 different places on Friday. And then the spokesperson of the National Population Commission talking about the NPC, National Population Commission of Nigeria, being ready to spend 869 billion of time.
Okay, I found it, so I'm gonna take this out. I don't want us to waste our time. Let's just
You see how much they want spend for budget. You
I'm
see that?
telling you,
Like, what kind of nonsense? What kind? I laugh in Bala Blue. So when I want to use 800 and something count people, where Pikin never chop. Where we
No,
owe how
no,
much?
you got it wrong. The federal government is only providing 250 billion naira, and the rest is from outside donor and private sector.
My brother, how much of that would they actually spend on the tax? Why are you sir, why are you
No,
telling us we don't know our people?
They will only eat the money from the federal government, because the
Since
other
who?
ones they are going to provide the money in terms of infrastructures
Material.
and,
Okay.
material things.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think I saw something like that on the news. You might be right, but that 200, they go still chop them. You know our people now.
Still chop. We don't get where they know the
Now
chop.
the 200 they go see chop, sha.
They go
But
still
they're not
chop.
go.
But still, why
hang
are
them?
you using that kind of money to count people? What are we counting?
No,
So
they are going to use them.
bring
No, what they are going
numbers,
to
fake
use?
numbers from the north again.
They are going to use geo whatever they call it, where you use geomapping, and
yeah.
they are going to use
all
a
that
sort
stuff
of
can be manipulated as well.
they are going to use a
Nobody
sort of
can manipulate
iPad. They are not going
numbers.
to print. They are not going to print paper again. They are going to use They're going to provide an iPad that people will take. Then immediately you finish the questionnaire, it will go to the server. That's what
Bro,
they said.
it's like we're living in an alternative universe. Were you not alive 2 weeks ago?
No, it's what they said. I'm saying now. I don't be them now.
Africa Bambata not talk for their matter again.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying we were all alive 2 weeks ago by God's grace. Except to die, come back. We were all alive 2 weeks ago, and we also what happened.
Their matana film trick now. Person go the laugh follow them now.
Netflix, so their matter na Netflix matter. Okay.
We are laughing, but we're crying inside.
Inside, honestly. So okay, let's listen to the guy, Okoye.
Welcome back to This Is Live, the Sunday talk show here on the Arise News channel. Our guest is still Dr. Festus Okoye, INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of the Commission's Information and Voter Education Committee. Well, Dr. Okoye, I'm sure you remember the 3 questions I asked you. If you could just address those questions. The video that is in circulation, the point about whether beyond Kufo Rala Olusegun and Allwell, who got a ruling from the Court of Justice in Guatu, whether INEC has already appealed, and just to clarify that, because the court didn't grant the request of the that this should apply to others. The court said the suit was not filed in a representative capacity. Therefore, it was a judgment in personam as opposed to a judgment in rem. I'm sure you understand that. And then, of course, the question I asked you about, can you assure us that on March 18, results will be uploaded direct from polling units in the gubernatorial and state houses of assembly election? Because I'm not convinced that you have addressed that question, so that we don't go back to where we were on February 25.
On the 4th issue you raised, because I remember the questions you raised before we went on break. On the 4th issue you raised, since the introduction of the smart card reader, we had always programmed the smart card reader.
I'm sorry, can you guys see my screen? Rich, African Babata, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, perfect. You can see. Just make it bolder, that's all.
Yeah, you good.
Okay, so why are they saying they can? Somebody's saying they can. Oh, it's okay now. Okay. All right.
To function in a certain way. And those who wrote the programs in such a way that the smart card reader and the beavers will function in accordance with election type. And this process that is taking place now has always been the standard process that has always taken place. And so we have not really changed anything. What has only changed this time around is just the dynamics at play in terms of some of the political parties also changing their game. Now we are being asked to allow political parties to have digital forensic access to the beavers, and that is a new terminology that has arisen as a result of the introduction of the beavers. So since a new terminology has arisen, we have to also respond to that terminology. But as I say, the beavers was programmed to function in a certain way, and we have not altered the way the beavers was programmed to function. On the second issue relating to the ruling from the Federal High Court on the issue of the temporary voters card, during the continuous voters registration exercise, this commission did not issue any temporary voters card. What we gave to registrants was what we call a slip. A slip was what we issued. And so we didn't issue any temporary voters card. Now, if you also look at section 16, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, it makes it very clear that the commission shall, and is mandatory, design, cause to be printed, and control the issuance of voters cards to voters whose names appear on the register. And it also says that the commission may, whenever it considers it necessary, replace all or any voters card for the time being held by voters. And it also makes it very clear in section 47, subsection 1, that any voter that approaches the polling unit on election day must approach the presiding officer with his or her permanent voters card. And it is the commission that determines what a permanent voters card is. But there's an order of court already, and the commission has taken steps to appeal that particular order and vacate that particular order, because we believe that that order is not in conformity with the electoral legal framework. But it's a court order, and we have taken steps to obey that court order. Now, on the third issue you raised, let me make this very clear, that the electoral process provides its own safeguards. Because it provides its own safeguards, it also gives political parties the leeway and the window to understand and be part of what goes on at the level of the polling unit. Now, for the 2023 general election, all the registered political parties nominated poll agents, or those we call party agents, to every polling unit. And these polling agents are supposed to be given a copy of the result sheet the moment elections are over in a particular polling unit. And for instance, the APC nominated a total of 176,223 party agents or polling agents for the election. The Labour Party nominated a total of 134,874 polling agents. The PDP nominated a total of 176,588 polling agents, while the NMPP nominated a total of 176,200 polling agents. So what that means is that at the level of the polling units, these party agents have the results, the primary result from the polling units before the results are even uploaded. So what they ought to do is to look at what has been uploaded in the
Neil himself.
portal.
Yes, you don't even know.
Portal today, we have over 170,000 of those results already uploaded. So it is just an assurance mechanism.
This is substantial evidence now. You can see.
But the political parties have the results as they emanated from the polling units. So I want to assure Nigerians that this particular commission has taken steps to address some of the challenges recorded during the presidential and national assembly elections. And we are confident that with the measures we have in place, and also with the quality assurance we have conducted, that we are going to have a good governorship and state assembly election. But let me also make it clear that the political parties and the candidates in this election have a responsibility to make sure that the atmosphere at the polling units are conducive for voters to vote. We do not want a situation where any of the presiding officers or assistant presiding officers or any of the poll workers will be subjected into untold hardship or subjected into a process of tourists.
Dr. Okoye, final question, final answer in less than 1 minute. Some people were told, voted without their PVCs on February 25. And yet there's this big, confidence in PVC by INEC. But some people voted without PVCs. So would that happen again on March 18th, as briefly as possible?
Oh God.
What we have done is that the accreditation data emanating from the beavers, together with the results emanating from the beavers, have been uploaded into the accreditation backend, the server of the commission. And so what political parties should do is to cross-match the accreditation data from the IREF and also the physical results they have, and then we have the answer. The commission has made it clear that every registered voter must go through the accreditation process, and we insist that that is the law and that is the procedure that will be applied in all elections conducted by the commission.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Festus Okoye, and a commissioner in charge of voter education. Thank you very much indeed.
So the guy don't shoot himself for leg. He don't. Did he know what he was saying?
He drink ogogoro.
That's what happens when you have incompetence.
Hey! And this was how he was talking before the presidential election with very firm.
No, I remember him. I remember him on channels when he came on channels explaining his guts away to what's his the journalist on channels in the night.
Whatever his name is.
Shay. He was so confident saying, "Oh, this is." I was about to do an Igbo accent, but I'm not very good at it. But you get what I was trying. The way it was. You should play that interview with him on channels that day.
I think I should.
Yeah, you should, because this man is a snake. That man is a snake.
That guy, I'm just looking at him like this is the same way you were jumping up and down in your interview. I'm telling you,
a man deprived of any ounce of integrity is just, again, I always say it, impunity has seeped into the bone marrow of Nigeria. It is this corruption, it is who we are.
You are right.
It is who we are. The impunity is entrenched. It's been generational.
This one is perfect. Nigeria, INEC will cancel results from polling units with overvoting. This was on Arise News, that he said it 2 weeks ago. And then, okay, well, let's pass that one. Not be that one. Channels, now we they look for. Attacks on INEC offices will not stop 2023 election. This was 3 months ago. I'm trying to find one with most of the ones I'm seeing here, they're like Channels TV. Underage voters. Nigerians should help us clean out the this was 3 months ago. Was it this? With Sheung? Yeah, let me see if it's this one. Maybe. Okay. Let's add.
Yeah, it was the one with Sheung.
Okay, let me share it. These people and their mouths, they run their mouth anyhow. Yeah? Let me know when you can see it, guys.
I don't think it's playing though. Is it playing?
You guys can see.
I can't see it. Can anybody see it?
Can you see it now? I think StreamYard is having some connection trouble.
Yes, I think StreamYard is on what's it called?
Yeah.
Because I can't see. Can anybody see it?
No, I can't see it.
You can't, right?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it keeps rotating. Let me just take it out. I noticed it. They just this message, as I said, message that popped up.
I just saw your comment. They have a court injunction that says they must transmit the governorship and the state house of assembly results in real time. I mean, the injunction still stands. I mean, I know they got that. So
When did they get that today?
no, that was not today. That was weeks ago. They've been got that already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been got that already. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was like 3 days after.
See Samuel,
Yeah.
I think we got to really analyze Mr. Okoye's word line by line.
Yeah.
Because he has make another dimension of the case now. Because before he goes on, they have to edit everything he's going to say.
Yes.
Contrary to every question. So now he has confessed that all the results will be given. The people on the ground will see the result before it's been transmitted, and they will have it. That's to tell you that anybody that has the result, they have to compare it with what is on the server. Now, we got to know the reason why it came up to mention and say this. We got to know why, because there's a new dimension towards it now.
What do you think?
And again, like, step back, even all these mental gymnastics. I give up. Like, I listen. The law is very simple. Before the rules of the game, the law gave INEC the unilateral power to determine their own rules. Okay, and they've already done that. So the law and the steps and the procedures they've already laid it out. So this man that is trying to go, they've already boxed themselves into a corner because the law is very clear. The rules of the game says you must transmit from the polling unit. If you do not transmit from the polling unit, it's as if the result didn't take place. Isn't that what he said? That's a direct quote.
Yeah. And he also said in that interview, guys, that the election, right? So he mentioned that all the parties had officers in every location, right? So he listed the number of officers that the Agbado Party, Mekano, and LP had. So as a result, were the original results that were conducted that they had at the polling unit. So the officers of the APC, the Agbado Party, and the Mekano Party, including LP, have their original copies. He just admitted that while he was talking right now. That's another place where he shot himself. That means that whatever records that LP has of all the results collated from every polling unit that they have the accurate one with them. The man has just acknowledged that fact on live TV as we're listening to him.
I think the judiciary they have a big work on their hand. If they decide to go the other way, they might collapse the judiciary as a whole. And I am seeing something here that there might be an interim intervention. I am seeing it very clearly because there's going to be a very strong.
That is not going to happen.
No. There's going to be there are going to be a judicial dispute because already Agbado has gone to the court. He has gotten the court order to go into the server to inspect too, and they are making a narrative.
They give everybody the same access.
They are bringing up a narrative now in Nigeria now that Obi he has a meeting with Agbado. So watch out. These people are trying to give themselves a leeway out because they know that it's going to lead to a lot of
any true obedient will know that that's a fact.
Yeah. But when they play
because light cannot mix with darkness. Come on.
If you watch their narrative, anytime they play narrative on the public, they act slowly. Before you know it, they get to the destination. So we should follow their narrative and go to their past history. We know how they are going to maneuver because now it did not meet the criteria, the two criteria. The Abuja criteria and 25%. It did not meet both. So how will you declare? That's the problem of INEC now. How will you declare? Even if you have given him Even if you are giving it, how will you swear him in? He did not meet the two criteria. That's a blunder. That would be a judicial rascality in their hand.
He cannot stand in. I would really like to go into the 25% of FCT, but personally, sir, I feel that's a distraction. Let's leave that first.
Right now,
Let's leave that, even though you are correct, because in 2008, this question has been asked and answered twice. So this question of 25% in FCC has been asked and answered twice. Most recently in 2008. So this. I don't want to go into that. I feel that that's a distraction. We should go. Let's use the rules set by the umpire prior to the kickoff of the game. That is what we are entitled to, because that is the what we're sold on. That is why people booked tickets and went back to that country to try and liberate it. Because if not for that, you think those people would have gone back to Nigeria? Those people have jobs. They could have been out there where they are making money. They took time off, bought ticket, and you telling me you bring in Sava and all this stuff in the 21st century? Wow, we don't want to hear all that. No.
I just listened to your Yoruba now.
Yeah, my brother, they try. Listen, sir. This is not. With all due respect to the people older than me, this is not our, like, your generation. These Gen Zs and these people my age. See, sir, we know stuff. See, listen.
I belong to the Gen Z.
We don't have gun. There's a way to. There's so many dangerous things that are not regulated in Nigeria that can be very, very used into something that could cause a lot of harm. Like, this country will be torn apart by the seam. It cannot work. I'm telling you, it will not work. You want to impose your will on people that did not vote for you. Please tell me a country where that will work. It cannot work. And they want to Islamatize our country. No disrespect to the Islam is a beautiful religion, but the way the version that these people are practicing is a perversion. This country will never be an Islamic state. It just won't happen. You might as well divide the country into two. Take northern Nigeria, we'll take south.
Okay, so Kazma is asking a question here. From the news we listened to, right? Mr. Okoye was saying that LP has 132,000 polling officers, right? Agbado had 176,000, and Mikano, I think, had how many? I can't remember. But basically, he's saying, how does LP reconcile the remaining 44,000? Does anybody have any response to that? Because me, I don't. I don't know. I'm sure they have a way of reconciling. I'm very sure, but I don't know. Maybe for the states that matter to them, they had polling officers. Maybe for the states that don't matter, they didn't. That's all I can say. I mean, I don't know. I guess nobody else knows. So let's just keep on moving. Kazme, hopefully at some stage you will find the answers, or when we find the answers, we will let you know. The truth is that all this grammar when they speak, all these people when they they don't already decide what they want to do. They are just waiting and watching our responses and our reactions to this.
They really think this is the old generation that won't fight back. Listen, they don't understand that.
Sister Amoye. Yeah. You see, they decided, but they are trying to retreat because they are confused now.
Exactly, because they boxed themselves into a corner. They've really boxed themselves. There's no way out. They boxed themselves into a corner.
No way out now. Yes.
Every corner you go, they've already said something contrary to what they're about to do.
And the people are not revoking.
We know
they are not doing anything. They are silent.
No, they're silent because of the grace of His Excellency.
I know that's why they are confused more. They know Nigerians now. That's why they are more confused because.
His Excellency said something. He said he wants to set an example. I keep on saying that anytime I talk on this platform, I keep on saying he wants to set an example. Now, personally, you and I, we don't believe in the judiciary because of what we've seen. You and I, that's you and I. But him, he's been a beneficiary. So he believes in this country. He believes. I don't believe in it because I have no reason to believe in it. But he does. Yeah. And he wants to set an example. So one part of me wants to like just go there, but another part of me is like, this man has said he believes in the due process and he wants to
But
set.
I want you to note one thing. Sometimes I allow myself to, because I'm a student of history, I allow myself to go back to the era when Buhari was in power through the gun, the barrel of the gun. And if we look at the psyche of the man called Buhari, he's a very quiet person. But one thing is that I noticed about him, he never fronts anything. He puts somebody in front as a shadow of him. You look at when he got into power, he used the other guy from Kwara State, I've forgotten his name, his deputy. He used him to really stomp on Nigerian citizens, where they were molested, they were abused on the street against all this something called war against indiscipline.
Yeah, I remember that.
It,
That's what my mom told me, sir.
yeah,
I
was in high school then.
when
He
when I
used that.
told when this Boko Haram was coming back, when I told my mom that, why do you want to vote for a dictator? Do you know what she told me? She said that to shut up. That no, for real. She said during their time, Buhari was fighting a war against indiscipline. That people were respectful. There were lines everywhere. There was no tug. And when she was saying that thing, in my head. I was like,
Let me try to
let me
land
finish
so
that.
that
In
you
my head, I was
understand
like,
it.
why? Like, this man doesn't believe in democracy. Democracy is what's supposed to bind all of us together. This man does not believe.
Let me tell you why your mom said that. When I
Please.
grew up, I now had an analysis from my dad, because my dad is a police chief. He's retired now in Nigeria. So I now see the reason. He said during that time, he said actually Nigeria they were seriously breaking law. That's the citizen I'm telling you about. Breaking laws like no man's business. For everybody was agitating that they need a strong man that would make us behave. You can see, imagine you are about to enter a bus. There was a time my cousin wanted to enter a bus. I can see somebody jumping from the window, from the bus. Somebody going through the window into the bus because nobody's queuing up. If you're a big guy, you just give somebody a tip, he will go to the front and jump in. So they needed a strong man. That was why
A
the
dictator,
people then
really.
accepted him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's going to change the system. That was how your mom was saying.
My mom
Don't
was
shut that. You shouldn't
defending
say
him.
anything.
She was defending him.
Yes.
When I told her, like, I said to her, like, Mom, this man does not believe in democracy. She said he's reformed. I laughed in Bala Blue. That was back then. I said, how do you want to reform somebody that does not believe? He does not believe in the system. He believes in thuggery, in violence, in power. He does not believe in checks and balances. You cannot make somebody that does not believe that things should be that everybody should have checks and balances. You cannot make somebody believe in that. He's a dictator by nature. It's a nature of thuggery. No disrespect to the military people, but it's a nature of braggadocio. Like, nobody can tell me anything. That's how they are. So I'm not surprised that if you bring a Malam that his only company for 15 years were cattle, you bring him to run the biggest economy in Africa, and he crashed it, and you are angry. There's something wrong with you then. Because what will he do? He does not know anything. What did he build when he was even there? When he was the head of he built nothing. He will just continue the corruption of the people that he took over from. So I'm not surprised it's like this. Again,
let me tell you about the man Buhari. You can make a reference now, seeing him now. Buhari is a man, it's a man that believes in Islam. And Buhari has, because of his belief in Islam, and because he's from the caliphate, that is those people chosen from the caliphate to go into the military, whether you have a certificate or not, and you become something higher, is the kind of man that are fed on Nigeria through the caliphate. And Buhari is somebody that if he believes in you, he can give you central bank. Don't do anything wrong. curb him. Religion to curb him down and say, I'm doing the right thing. Meanwhile, I'm wrong. You see why I say that Buhari cannot be, because Buhari is such a man that he cannot rule himself alone from history. He cannot do things himself alone. He likes to put people to make decisions for him. He's not a strong man. That is, he cannot stand his ground. That's the problem he has. I've read him. If I have gone through all his ruling, through the military, I've gone through everything. He cannot stand his ground. That's why you see now, if you see the way he speaks now, it looks like the person that they have given a written statement to read to the people. Because he cannot say that, oh, I know we have done wrong somewhere, but we are trying to do it, but we'll still see, just to conjure the people round. But he doesn't do that. He just bring a script and give it to you, bam, like that. That kind of a thing, that kind of a process that somebody, a cabal, has written something for him to bring forth. There's a leverage on him. There's something on him that he's not a strong man. For me, he's not a strong man. If
Of
it were
course, there's a leverage
somebody like
on him.
Babangida is a strong man. Babangida cannot depend on a group to make decision. Only make reference to his lieutenant. Say, look, I'm going to take this. What do you see? But Babangida will take a decision. He has already taken it. He's just going to consult you guys, but he has already taken it. Babangida was known as an evil genius when he was in power. He was a smart man. I'm telling you, Babangida was the smartest military guy, which is so evil, that have ruled Nigeria. He was a smart man. That man called Buhari is not a smart chap. Buhari, he always put all his life. He put all his life on this Muslim guy.
He's a cattle rearer. Like, I don't expect much from him. Like, he's a cattle rearer, and he happened to be in the military by cutoff point. So, he's not somebody I hold in high regard.
It was not even cutoff point. He was there because he's from the caliphate. The caliphate has he can nominate group of Islamic people that they can put in there. There's what we call quota system. If you are least educated.
Oh yeah, I'm very well aware of the Northern quota system.
They will now,
absolute disgrace. That's how we got Kwankwaso, and that's how we got Yusuf. That's how we got Mahmoud Yusuf. The quota system nonsense.
Yes,
you bring out professors that don't know shit, deprived of any.
See, that is how they got their professorship. All of them, that's
engineers will never build nothing. They call themselves engineer, doctor,
brother. That is it.
Lawyer that did not go to school. That's how they produce them in the north.
Look, I want to tell you about my dad. My dad went through all the police force. My dad was a lecturer in police college. My dad was a detective who was trained by the British guys. He was trained. He went through everything. You know one thing? My dad's uncle, deputy IG of the Nigerian police. But my dad did one thing. I love my dad for one thing. He doesn't manipulate himself or seek for somebody to put him somewhere. He believes in his own achievement. So my dad stood in a rank. I mean, you'll be shocked now. My dad stood in a rank as an inspector for 13 years. 13 good years. All his mates were then assistant commissioner of police. And when my dad went for a cadet interview, his uncle was on the bench as one of the deputy IG before he was made an IG. His uncle shouted, "Where have you been?" My dad now tell him that I've been in the police force, I've been doing my job. I don't believe in lobbying. So my dad now told them, and then I asked my dad, who is this young officer, good officer, fine officer? He now said, this is one of his boy. But he refused to tell them that it's his brother. It's one of his boy. So they now saw him and now looked at his record. After he got a governor's award, a very good detective in Lagos State. He got a governor's award in Edo State. If you see that they don't use, they totally mess up everything. Somebody who my dad trained became an assistant commissioner of police while he was while he was an assistant superintendent of police. That somebody he trained college. How messed up the system has been during Shagari and Babangida time. That's how messed up it has been. But the one thing there is that we refuse to speak. The Nigerian leaders in the South, the Middle Belt, refuse to speak to that vampire set of laws that are inscribed into the Constitution. That is our main problem. That is why you see now we cannot talk because the military has been taken over by the Ansas.
Is the problem. See, you cannot have a country without justice and equity.
That is it.
This evil document, sir, that binds us together, nothing can come good out of it. You cannot build a mansion on your swamp. It will sink. So
yes, true.
We need to get, if this will make us get rid of this evil document, I don't care what the extent at which we take it to. This evil document called the 1999 Constitution, which does not, it hates Nigerians. The document is against you and the interest of you and I. It protects the interest of the politicians and the status quo. So we have to destroy it.
Yeah. Like I was in an argument, a platform with a lawyer. He was talking about Nigerian constitution. I said, do we have a constitution? Point blank, Nigeria does not have a constitution. Nigeria has a written paper by 13 people bringing the same lawyers
behind closed doors. Ain't nobody see that thing before we signed it. No one saw it before it was signed the next day.
It was lawyers that wrote that thing in conjunction with the military guys. It was lawyers from the West and the South. It was them that wrote it.
Okay, I have a video I want to show you guys. Well, since we're talking about history here, we need to be learning as we go along. 1 second here. Where is this? Okay. So, wait a minute. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
Things wrong with the Nigerian Constitution.
Okay. So I found this on TikTok on one of my searches. Okay. Can you see my screen? Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, you good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's this let me just to give you context, right? So this creator right here says, for Hausas who have a thing against the Igbos in Nigeria, and then there was a reply to him in his comment section. Point of correction, Igbos wanted to dominate others when they couldn't. They plotted coup and killed other leaders. It backfired, takeover mentality. So this guy responds with a video at the end. It's a really, really old video, but it's history. Let's listen.
Jokes apart, if at this time people have chosen not to dig deep into history to know exactly what happened, it's unfortunate. I'm not going to lie, there are some Igbos who hold on to a certain narrative, and there are some people who are Northerners who hold on to a certain narrative, just like some Southwesterners hold on to a certain narrative. The best thing for all of us is to listen to the other side. A book was written by one of the Yoruba people who was also part of the coup, and he said it as it is. They felt they were purging Nigeria of corruption. Now, I'm not quoting an Igbo person, I'm quoting a Yoruba person. I'm going to post it here. Take your time to listen to the other side. And way before then, Amadu Bello was caught on video saying that Igbos are like fleas.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 Northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by Northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with Northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or a permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a Northerner first. If you can't get a Northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too.
Now they hear, no, now open on our ear where well.
This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, I mean, new to our region, but how many Northerners are employed in the East or in the West? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
So there was already a bias against the Igbos even before the first coup. So there are so many sides to this story. But this is not me bashing anybody. This is me saying at this day and age, 2023, as Nigerians, we owe it to ourselves to listen to the other side. If we want to behave like our parents, we can keep behaving like our parents and things will never get better. But we need to learn to start listening to the other sides. We should learn to listen to the other sides. I've done videos where I said that the Southerners were wrong when they were jubilating after Ahmadu Bello was killed. They were rejoicing. I own that. I say it. But we can't go forward if we deny everything. Nigeria was corrupt. Those military officers came back from the UK after their training and felt they could purge the system. I mean, Jerry Rawlings did the same thing in Ghana years later, and he succeeded. Ghana was, it helped Ghana to an extent. But unfortunately, it's sad if we don't agree, we don't know these things as Nigerians. We've seen the same government lead us over and over, regardless of religion or tribe. The system itself is corrupt. So that was an attempt to purge the system. But, like I would say, take some time out as a Nigerian and listen to all the sides of the story. This is not going to help anybody.
Una don hear?
Yes, make you just pause am. We don't hear.
The one thing I want me to take away from this thing, I mean, more not what you know take away from this video when I just play. Make we talk small about this video. We will not dwell on it.
I've seen that video several times.
What did you take?
Did any one of us read history here while in high school?
I did history a little bit.
Okay.
I remember some things, but not a lot.
That's very, very good. At least you know when I hit on some aspect.
You canceled history on purpose.
Yes, they purposely canceled it. We were one of the last set that did it before they canceled it. You know what happened? This man, Ahmadu Bello, the prime minister, not Ahmadu Bello, the prime minister, the first prime minister in Nigeria then was a man that was trained in, I've forgotten his name. He was trained in England.
Tafawa Balewa.
Ahmadu Tafawa Balewa, yeah.
He's a well-read man.
Yes, Queen's English. The man sounds like a goddamn Brit.
Very good Muslim. This other Muslim that believes in jihad. There are Muslims that believe in this jihadist, contest. And there are some that are Muslim. They go according to the ethics of Muhammad. Now, Muhammad said in the Quran that Muslims should be you should love their neighbor. If they have two plates of food and you have a neighbor that doesn't have, he said it's better for you to carry that 2 plates of food and give to that neighbor. Not eat, because you have the resources to eat. That is why you have two plates. That is the kind of Islam that man practiced. But it got to a stage where they now did what? They now infiltrate into him through the Sultan and other emirates. They now told him, this very man that is speaking now, was speaking now to us, he was the writer, he was the one that wrote how they are going to take, because he's a Fulani man. He was the one that wrote how they are going to take over Nigeria. And when he started it, it started happening, took over. It started happening in the military, where you see all the officers in charge of all the armored brigade guard, they were taken gradually by the northern Nigeria. That was when Ojukwu rose up and told them that this thing you guys are doing is wrong. We can't come together as a nation, and you want to divide all the military chiefs. 75% is going to the north. What about the middle belt? What about the Midwest? What about the Southeast? What about them? What are you going to give to them? That brought about a lot of euphoria in the military. I'm just trying to put it together in a small fold. That brought about euphoria, and that brought about the anger among the Southern bloc, from which was caused, which were originated from the Southeast. Southeast galvanized the South, galvanized most of the riverine area to fall in line with them as Biafra. So that is why Biafra came to fight for this injustice, because it was an injustice. Most Nigerian soldiers who came from the East, they were being marginalized, and they were being taken to the front line to die. Now, he now said, no, that should stop. That is why they now started tracing who did that, who wrote that script, dividing Nigeria, because this was when Nigeria started dividing. You can see what he said there. He said, if there is a spot for us to bring in South to take a position, they will never give it to the South in the north. They rather go and employ a white man to be there. That is balkanization to the core, using religion, ethnicity. So that was why he was killed. He was singled out of the north, and he was killed during that coup that brought about the civil war. He was the one that wrote the script, and he was belt, making sure that the South become enslaved by them. It was like that because all these Fulani you see, they don't have any home. They are from the Sahara. They came into Nigeria through the Sahara, and now on their own, they were catching, they were going on around. Even if you see all these things accumulated together, it was even the Southeast that said in the parliament that we should wait for our brothers in the north. That made that option in the parliament. We would have come together with the north in Nigeria. It was Zik and Enaro was there. They moved that motion. Because this is what we are paying for. For that little mistake they did. What all Nigerians in the south, the middle belt, in the southeast, we are all paying for now. We waited for them. Us to have a big, the concept then was for us to have a big nation where we can be able to have a strong military base, where we can stand out strong in the world of the nations, in the nation. We can stand out strong. That was the purpose. But he didn't know that they went back and said they were coming back to think about it. When they came back now, they came back with an Islamatized agenda. Nationalize Nigeria in a systemic form by bringing religion and where you come from. They purposely impoverish their people. They use Islamic education. They throw out. They've been rejecting modern education. I see most of them that were in early 60s and 50s from the north, they all went on scholarship. And they were sponsored by the Nigerian state. It was only Awolowo when they will now have a republican, they will have a sort of the British system of government. It was then Awolowo now have to do a thing whereby every southwestern people were being trained by the cocoa farm, by the cocoa, the investment they made in cocoa. That was what he used to train all the southwest, both abroad, everywhere.
A lot of people benefited from that and still benefited.
I want to use it to bring the first TV station in the entire Africa and in the Western world, in the Southwest. I want to use the cocoa stuff to bring about the first TV station in the Southwest. France doesn't have it then. They didn't have the resources. We had the resources because we are farming then. Go back to history, you see what Awolowo did with farming. Farming, just cocoa. About a revolution where the Southwest was so wealthy. That was when he gave the idea to the northern people. That was when they started farming on what? Groundnut. That was when you see the groundnut pyramid. Awolowo wrote that thing. Make Nigeria a great nation through what? Farming system. But all of it was not even in the plan of these northern people. They are like snipers. They hit you at the back. But they didn't know. Zeke did not know their plan. That was what cost it. If we have said, oh, we don't want to go with them, Zeke and NROC insisted we should wait for them. Why should you wait for people that are different from you, that don't have any structure? The structure they have is just religion, Islam. In the South, we have a sort of a set of government. We have a good government already. And it frustrates into it because we Southerners, we trust too much. We believe in trust.
Your audio is
breaking up. Your audio is going in and out.
Very seriously too.
In and out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you for the insight there.
Yeah, that's how we fall. I would say we fall Mugu. That's how Zeke made us to fall Mugu. The mistake of Zeke has brought about what we are now. We have to stand.
You can't blame him, bro. Sir, you really can't blame him. How I mean, the man.
I'm not blaming it on him. I'm just saying the little mistake he did.
He's not the only one that made mistake. I mean, listen, I believe I might sound like very cynical sometimes, but the concept, this country as a concept, it can work. Don't get me wrong. This can work. In fact, I'm very, very sure this can work. Do you know why? Because I mean, we're only like 250 languages. I mean, Singapore has over 1,000 ethnic people, and they're still living together, so it can work. See, this country can work. It's the binds us together that determines the workability. If something binds us together that makes sense, this country can work. For God's sake, the people in Alabama are diametrically different from the people in California, and we're all living in the same goddamn country.
Mm-hmm. In our own territories.
Exactly, in our own territories. So this country can work. In fact, this country can be a hope for the rest of the black race. I really, really believe that, because we have everything. We have land, we have natural resources, we even have human resources. In fact, the human resources, in my opinion, is even more than the natural resources we have. I'm not exaggerating. The human resources we have in terms of any sector on earth, I believe that. So it can work. This country can work. It's just what binds us now is criminality and impotence, and I'm looking for the word impunity.
Greed.
Impunity is what binds us together, and it cannot work. You cannot build anything on that.
That's true. After this serious history lesson, Make we laugh small, I bet.
See, sorry, it would have worked if we had followed the parliamentary system of government, where every region is on their own, they develop at their pace. You now come to the center and donate. It would have worked. That was a concept. But they turn it around to federal system, which is against us now.
Go and fix your audio. Your audio, you get us, it be. Fix the audio.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, your audio size like is an assault on the ear. No offense.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Fix it, yeah. So let's laugh. This man is trying to dance. Maybe for your food. People know who this is. Oh. They beg for a vote. Now, not to say you don't dance for now. This is Soludo now. The guy is dancing. Abga. So we're gonna vote for a candidate for Abga. We're gonna try vote for her. Let's laugh, proper laugh. Because we've had some serious history lessons. I said that video, I'm going to play it so that we can start learning some history, because it's really history is repeating itself all over again. It can't be like say we not learn before. If you can see my video, please let me know.
These politicians just they treat us like woman where they date man where she no like. When she needs something, she go shower you with pet name.
You have to have capacity.
Woman where they date man where she no like. If she needs something, she no go know when she call the man Obama. Obama of my life. All of a sudden now, Nigerian politicians have good thing to say about Nigerian youths.
Hey!
The way we think become the best now in the world for their mouths. Then the dators like say they don't need us.
What be this?
The kind dating way they give us. Then they appear like Lazarus every three years.
Nobody is not there.
Before 4 years. All of a sudden, they don't remember say so they don't get transformer. Since 4 years. Now they remember now. God of 11th hour. Then they lick ice cream.
Hey!
All of a sudden, they know they run away from diabetes again. I'm not like you, if they extend this election to 2 weeks again, Nigerian politicians feel go bong, follow men, smoke loud, just to blend. Mamma mia.
Yeah, that's so funny, bro. Like, there's a video online right now circulating of someone who is in church.
You know, let me bring that up. I saw that. Oh my God! Thanks for reminding me.
Someone who is in church is shaking hands after service, greeting people goodbye.
Is my audio okay now?
Yeah, much.
Yeah, it's better, bro.
Okay.
Hello.
Someone who is in church, bro. You gotta play that, bro.
I'm about to play now. I want to find it. Actually, let me go. I think
even somebody make a jest of him drinking ice cream. I forgot the guy, one black obedient guy like that.
See, right now, someone could do anything for your vote right now. It will wash your plate. It will cut your grass.
It was even plating a woman's hair, sir.
Oh, I've been saying that. Pressure Tiwa.
Pressure. Oh, it did Jono. It was on Jono.
if you want him to come and drive you to work now, anything you want to do, just call him. He's available.
Hello,
Oh God. Okay, let me play it.
please, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
We can hear you.
All right. Well done, boss.
Sure. Thank you. There's no audio. He's just greeting. Look at him. Look at him. Waiting to greet people outside of
You don't become houseboy by force.
No, there's one with him actually speaking in front of the congregation. You gotta find it.
Oh, okay. Let me go.
The guy they make me they laugh too. When time I see her, they pity for her. the guy flog when they go flog her for Lagos. He go hate life.
Oh, I found it.
Our politicians na comedian they be now.
Yeah, they dance. You get one way they talk. Set pastor. Yeah. That's the one. That's the one.
That's it. Okay. I guess, yeah. Now, wow. The volume.
Which church is this?
Harvesters International Christian Center. I don't know that one.
He can't go to a big church now. Now those small church go.
No, Harvesters is a big church though, right?
I don't think so.
But I've never heard the name.
He's a Christian. I have the right to go to any church anyway.
Nana Dave.
Nana is a big church, right?
Nana Dave break now. Nana Dave break. You know the church for Nigeria. Sometimes some of them are politicians.
Obedient fire the ball.
I know
that pressure Tiwa. Everybody is dying. Pressure.
Don't they rush.
See another way they dance for here. Instead come they dance. See them mumu people. See.
Yeah.
This one not fit make and win now. He don't go down now.
Person no way no even one campaign. Una make a campaign. Una dey stop
by force by fire. By force by fire.
You don't even get reading. What kind of
na mountain of fire be that?
I don't know. You
like mountain of fire.
Yeah, I think he's visited like 3 churches though. Like he's been on a church stop.
That one that he was dancing looks like mountain of fire because they normally hold it outside.
I go na Zion church. I say they call her. See na.
You go to go all the big churches. Going to be going to all the big churches. I know this pastor. This one.
You know go help
They go play him now. They won't play enter now. You know, everybody go they pretend. That's what it's supposed to do.
Yes.
Pretend as if they follow him. Not be governor be. Now governor be now. You go pretend follow him now. You won't beat him. You go become usher by force for church. No worry.
Church gardener.
You go become usher. You go to greet people for road. Make them vote for him. Luku.
Meanwhile, they say this woman from Obio Okpo local government area, they even put her name. He said now he rigged Peter Obi and is planning to rig in PDP sim for Bara in Rivers State. They can say make the face go viral. I bet make them make a which can hair be this man for my
no. Make them try to rig. They don't open the whole game now. They don't open the whole game. Everybody ready for them because now rigging the one country. Everybody don't ready.
No. I'm like, are you people kidding me?
Now Royal Rumble now. May they come. We'll see what they find.
I've told you now. I've said it that I don't
exactly. Some people avoided the handshake. Their music. I noticed that they are smart because they don't know what they put for hand carry come.
Yes, now.
Okay. All those rat poison.
For sure.
The PDP, the governorship candidate.
Vote for me.
The governorship.
For votes now.
Yeah. Put hand for sure.
That guy is a money launderer.
Forgiveness. Make it wait. We will forgive him. Make it wait for the forgiveness. It's such a shame that music. Honestly, he has lost all dignity. Oh, it's close to your house.
All of them.
I can't wait for Lagos to be turned to the end for Lagos to change.
Change the old dynamics, give it to that great man from Labour Party. I would dance. I go dance. So
Church dance.
hey.
Church dance.
You know, this one a masquerade dance. So masquerade dance, now go dance for house. Yeah, I go put it online.
Alanta.
I said I'm a member of MFM.
Okay.
Maybe na retired member, not be remember. MFN, they like that.
Exactly, Amaka. He did not go for any debate, nothing. He refused to go for any interviews. Now he's going all over the place begging.
If Papa tell Ame no go for debate now, if now you go. If you there for there, you go. You know what you talk for? What you talk for, right? He say he asked Dr. Bati say, if it were you in my situation, will you? You should understand what the statement, what it means. They've told him, they've written a script to him. Don't go anywhere. You go, you fall down. What happened to the first Lagos, the other Lagos governor, who they throw to Esai Lagoon, Ambode, because he didn't follow the script.
That is it.
Well, they say House on the Rock. Okay, no.
That's why Ambode was removed, because he didn't be under nobody. In fact, he so bad that you know Ambode went to Boko Haram. He went to Boko Haram to beg him to tell Tinubu to stand down. That did not help.
Buhari is just, Buhari is like somebody that had Buhari was, the situation of what Tinubu is now was the situation Buhari was 8 years ago, because that was his last chance, and he had to make a deal. He was looking for someone to make a deal with, but he now found Tinubu to make a deal with. And now, this is Tinubu's last chance. And Tinubu told him, that's why Tinubu was confident, because they signed a treaty.
Yeah.
Don't be saying that, they signed a treaty.
Long ago.
And when they want to do primary, they want to shoot him aside. That's why you go to Ogun State and say,
No. He went to him. Remember before the primary?
He went to him now.
He went to Boko Haram and told him to his face. To his face that he wants to be president after him. He said it to his face, because there was a rumor. Now. You remember he was abroad, remember?
Yeah.
He came back horribly. He came back when he heard that Boko Haram wanted to and pick somebody else. He came back and he told him to his face, I want to be president. He told
him point blank. Now look, if say that you do or I break out for the party, and if APC has broken out, that's the AC group. They wouldn't. They can't even win now.
They can't win. That's why
they can't win.
It's been planned from. Listen, we're not stupid. We see this nonsense that
Nigeria packaging now. Packaging.
We see the mental gymnastics.
The packaging no good at all.
It's not gonna work. It's not.
No work at all.
Because the person called Tinubu is a very, when I say somebody that knows how to plan to subdue humanity, that is very good in doing it. He can, because he had a foot soldier. He had a foot soldier because he was part and parcel of them before. He grew up in he was a homeless child. He came to Lagos without nothing, nada. He grew up in the street. He don't go any dime school. He grew up in the street. And he was so lucky, like a lucky boy, that he grew up and he found himself in a position whereby somebody can lift him up. That was how he was lifted up, and he became who he is supposed to be. He had that ambition to be a Don. That is who he is today. Because he has said, without him, nobody can take over Southwest. He said it now, not even about 8 years ago. He said, without him, nobody can take Southwest. And Southwest cannot crawl. You know why he said it? He wanted to be the Awolowo of the Yorubas. But the Ife side did not fall in line with him. And the Awolowo side did not fall in line with him. That is why he could not take Afenifere to his pocket. Yeah. Because those are the people that believe in the ideal of Awolowo. But he wanted to balkanize them
so that he can go inside. That was why when he made that move, when they did not approve of him in Afenifere, he now went to do what? To break it, but he did not succeed because he did not play his role earlier enough. That is the only mistake he had that I've seen him do. But other thing, that man is like a genius in doing evil. He handpick. He can change Lagos with just a twinkle of an eye. He can change Lagos. But now the grip is out of his hand because he knew that in Lagos, over 1 million people voted for Labour Party. But this guy, oh my God, this guy, I've never seen this kind of rig in my life before. Even Shagari on a baby compared to this one, baby rigging. This one, he paints and they paint it. They don't care. They put it online. What a mess. What a mess. That is no rigging. The one Shagari did was that one. They brought the same sheet. They wrote, the same people signed it. I don't know how they did that signature. They signed everything. They couldn't bring any other evidence because the same signature, the same paper, the same stamp, but it was written. They've already stamped, they've already signed it, it was written. Anyway, they rewrite the results.
So, thank you very much, Africa Bambata.
Yeah, Bambata.
Okay, Miss Madam Echo, welcome to the chat. Before I come to Madam Echo, sorry, Patrick, how now? Welcome. How are you doing?
And they're fine. No light today.
No, sorry. Wow. When I take the light.
There has been no light in Nigeria now since all these years. No, where I don't live.
One man say they don't have light inside them. That's why they don't want to give us light.
That's very true.
And who talk?
The heart is dark.
Is it who said it?
Now one man is they call him Maestro. From,
that one man that has a program.
No.
Yes, he used to do program.
In Nigeria, so he's talking just.
He's in Nigeria.
Okay.
So, and that's it. Their darkness. The inside is darkness. Their heart is dark.
They can't give Nigeria light now. That's the way of oppressing the people now. Yeah. Make them uncomfortable so that you can control them.
Yeah. Yes.
Imagine. Let him. Patrick, go ahead. Let's hear you. Let's hear your thoughts.
If there's light, imagine if there's light in Nigeria. Technicians, people can do their business without much stress. There's no light, no fuel. If there's no energy in somebody's body, how can it work? There's no work now. There's no power to work. And that is what power is to Nigerians. But no light. They will tell us, this government will come and tell us light is coming. Even Fashola say, after 6 months, I will give Nigerians light. If they are not giving them light, that means you have failed. Would they say him again? You know, they won't hear from him again. Imagine. So that is the thing. I saw protests because I couldn't go online since morning. I discovered that INEC rejected Labour Party to go through the materials.
Oh, they did?
I'm hearing it online. I'm seeing it online.
I allow them to go and investigate the materials.
Maybe tomorrow we'll get more light about that as well in the morning.
Yeah. Maybe not tomorrow it will come reach our side. But we don't see anything yet.
Okay, I saw protests for online before I get to your page now.
Yeah, so that one is inevitable. There's no way it's not going to happen, though, because if they not take time, now here they go with that, you know.
That's all.
Yeah.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Mama Echo, are you still with us? Mama Echo. Okay, Mama Echo not there. We can remove her. You can come back again, Mama Echo, because we can't hear you and you're on mute. Alrighty. So Christopher Ejimofo says, why are you yelling? African Babata, why you dey yell? So why are you yelling? Now you dey direct
Oh,
this
now
question.
I not yell. Sorry, I'm not yelling. I'm not using the frequency that I'm still under that frequency that you are not hearing me well. So sorry about that.
Yeah, you actually, it actually sounds like you were you were yelling though, but I because I've heard you on the Niger Watch, I just left it alone. But yeah, that's how it came across. So they wanted to know. So okay, so you've heard him, or he said he thought we were not hearing him. So yeah, your mic was, it was a problem with your mic. It wasn't like we're not hearing you, but the mic.
Yeah, it's the problem, Mama. Apart from that, I am somebody who have been in the civil rights movement from my university days to my to the days I spent in Nigeria. I've been there. I faced the wrath of government. If I even give you one thing to go and find out, you find it out tomorrow. I don't want to give it to you. You will know me finish.
There's nothing that, at least we will know your capacity and we know where to go to when we need to shake, when we need to shake the ground, you know. So well, that's good. I mean, hey, it's all good. And then Dara Music said that make them no vex. Small time, light is coming. I know, right? Patrick, that they say chai, make you no vex. So say small time, light is coming, and the darkness cannot overcome or resist. Nigeria is coming back.
Amio,
Light goes.
Amio. But this one where they say make light no come. I don't know how the light will come again. Nigeria says they see light, they say make it no come.
Madam,
yes.
You know the way this thing is going. Finally, we are going to fight for it.
That is it now.
Finally, we are going to fight for it because the
If you
whole
don't fight for it, you
narrative,
cannot get it.
you cannot get it. I will assure you that we're going to fight for it. God is on our side. We are going to get it to fight for it. Even before the Israelite goes to, when they want to go to war, they will seek the face of God. We have seek the face of God, and this war we are going to fight, we are going to win. We are going to win the war. Because all my days in school, while I was in school, just for handout, we have to riot. I mean, I know the day for back, I did it for front. When I was in school, I'll be up. I want to for Bajoba at that place I did. So I know what it is to fight. I fought to take off a chancellor of a school. We remove him. We remove that has never been done in Nigeria university before. We remove the vice chancellor of a university. We remove him.
So, well, I know that where we
You see what the broadcasting the Senate they wrote up that Buhari is threatening them about broadcasting of the election. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter.
Who? Where?
It's SERAP.
SERAP.
Serap Nigeria, I believe.
Okay, Serap Nigeria.
On Twitter.
Okay. Election Serap gives Buhari 48 hours to withdraw threat to shut down broadcast stations. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think it started already. I think.
So let me read this one. This was 15 hours ago. Serap Nigeria says we've asked President Buhari to withdraw within 48 hours the last warning and the threat by the NBC to shut down and revoke the licenses of broadcast stations over their coverage of elections and post-election matters or face legal action. Thunder and lightning.
For where? You know what happen now?
This
one,
you people can see now that I told you that
already.
Somebody has written the script for him.
That is it.
Simple as ABC. Buhari is like that. That is Buhari from the days he joined me. He will always put somebody at the front as a small screen. He's never been at the front for war. He will put somebody at the front. That's what he's still doing now.
I don't know about this Serap news, though. But their Twitter handle is verified, though. Let me go in there and see. Let me show you Serap. Their Twitter handle is verified. It's a non-profit, non-partisan legal and advocacy organization devoted to promoting transparency, accountability, and respect for social economic rights in Nigeria. Wow. Woo.
Huh?
They follow Boo Boo Dragon Shao. They are
What's the
dragging.
dragon now?
So they are not
Samuel no go work because he signed Freedom of Information Bill. He signed and he no go work. Oh. Una forget that. All those na dragging. He has already signed Freedom of Information Bill in which the National Assembly brought to him. He signed it. So there's nothing he can do because they have a freedom of information and they have freedom to disseminate information. So there's no way he just dragging himself. All of them.
You're funny, sir. You're talking as if you don't know the country as which we disseminate.
No, he can't stop them. Can he just cancel the whole press in Nigeria?
The man single-handedly canceled the social media platform in a
Did he not
country
bring
that
it
has
back?
laws. In a
Did he
country
not
that
bring
has
it back?
laws in the National Assembly. What did anybody do? Did anybody do anything? So
No,
what
they
are we
did
talking
something.
about
No,
here?
they
Come
did
on.
something. No, they took him to court. Oh.
They took him to
did a
court,
lot.
and what happened?
Yes, they did to court, an international court.
Did what happened with the court case? Did he obey the court? Come on, stop.
That's why he brought him back now because
No,
they took him to
he
international
didn't.
court.
He brought it back because of the Nations Cup.
No,
That's why he brought it back.
No.
He brought it back
They
because of
took him.
Nations Cup.
See,
That's why he brought it back.
They shut down Twitter. Twitter that is owned by an American company. They took them to court. When they took them to court, they now have to sign a new deal.
He did not. It was not because of he disobeyed that court order, just like he's disobeyed court orders throughout his tenure. He disobeyed that, and he only brought it back because the Nations Cup was here, and Nigerians couldn't tweet when there's a tournament going on. How will it look like we playing football and nobody's tweeting about it? That's the only reason why I brought it back, because it was 2 days or 3 days before the tournament. Everybody discovered that Twitter is back on Nigeria. It's no coincidence.
Okay, let me show you people something. No, make una dey aware too. As they go, make we sef dey learn am from here. I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but I'm gonna blow it up. So here, Kaduna state government disbursing millions of taxpayers' money to imams and Islamic scholars that can preach towards the cause of retaining the seat of power in Kaduna. So this is the memo that they sent from the Office of the Director General, Interfaith Office of Secretary, the Secretary of the State. It was dated March 2019. This was as at 2019. Look at how much they paid them just to preach or to talk to their congregants. Say the SSG may wish to note that in line with the agreed plan of providing logistic support to imams of Jumat Mosque towards a favorable Friday sermon, the Friday preceding the date of the gubernatorial election, the first batch of the 50% disbursement was released as follows: 7 million naira, my people. You see, say anybody when sit down, they say religion, they give me headache. They give, because these people don't turn them to another thing. Just know your God for yourself inside your bedroom, please. They've used it to turn people's heads upside down. Imagine giving them money and asking them to toe a certain line. Now, wow.
And what baffles me is that most of those people, they're not from Nigeria, according to them, according to history. Like Erufai is not from Nigeria, or even Buhari. Their lineage is not from Nigeria. They're coming here with the illiterate mind.
They're not from Nigeria. You're right. They're not. These people came from other places like the Sudan, Niger. That's how they came into Nigeria. Because we have porous borders. That's the problem.
They come here to suppress us. I don't know what is happening. I don't know. It happened to this country. Since I was born, it has been like this. It will be better, Till when? My firstborn is 14 years now. Good with which day now? I don't know how. Why? Okay, I heard you talk about they discussed that they will not give Igbo's presidency because of civil war, something of that nature.
That was history.
So,
That was a historical.
so even I watched a video from Panikayode. He was talking about the same thing again. Okay, you know that you are not going to give this man. Still allow the man to come. And when he come now, okay, go on.
Let me tell you something. See all these people that are talking, this one cannot rule, that one cannot rule. Who, out of all these people that are speaking, the question you should be asking yourself is that, who are the people behind? Who is the people? Who are the people behind? Is it not obvious? Who are the people behind? They are behind Peter the Rock Obi. Are they behind all those people that are throwing around tribal bigotry and religious, touting religious division? That's what me I pay attention to. Me, I don't listen to people who haphazard because they don't pay them, they don't chop. They don't chop, they don't be fool. I know they listen to those people because those people have hatred. They've been paid to perpetrate the hatred and to continuously cause division among the people. The ignorant ones will fall for it. But who are the people behind? Now, who people they behind? Now you need to fear, not be the ones when they talk on the corner from the sideline. The whole nation, the whole world is behind Peter the Rock Obi. Nobody is asking which tribe he come from. Nobody. All the videos I see from other Africans, if you see them analyzing this Peter Obi thing, you just say that them be the Nigerians. They can't matter put for head like another thing. Different countries of the world talking about Peter Obi. Nobody is asking, by the way, where is he from? Nobody. All they care about is that he's a Nigerian, and they really like him and they're wishing him well and they're analyzing everything that's been going on. They are praising Nigerians for standing up and not giving up. That's what you're hearing.
Yes.
So anybody that is sidelines and is
I see a video.
Irrelevant.
I see a video where one state in US give him citizenship or something of that nature. Citizenship.
Is he Obi?
Yes.
Yeah, they gave him. I think it's Texas.
Honorary something. Yeah.
Honorary key to the city. Key to the city.
So.
Texas. Yeah, I think so. I watched it.
Okay.
It's like you are giving you can they bestow it on somebody that has done something that they can bring up and they will give you. It's just like giving you citizenship.
Yes.
You can walk in, because of the key they're giving you, you can have access to the consular and they will approve your visa, whatever you want to do. So it's honorary. So he has a key, so he can come into America. They can give him maybe 20 years. If you want to be a citizen, he got to follow the rules too. But it's just honorary.
Wow. So,
but what we want is that the problem is that I don't trust all these leaders of all the world leaders. I don't trust them. We have to fight we have to take our destiny in our hand. We have to do it.
We can't be waiting. If we are waiting for anybody to come and save us, I'm here to tell you right now, ain't nobody.
They're not gonna come.
No way. Why would they come? Because they listen.
They will sell more weapons.
Listen, the one thing the West doesn't want is 20 million refugees at their borders. They do not want that. So
they don't want that. Yeah.
They don't care if the leader is as corrupt as tomorrow. As long as it keeps some semblance of stability, they don't care. They don't care about the election that brought him in. They don't care about his policies. They don't care if he was a former drug dealer. They don't care about none of that.
Can I give you one information so that I can work with it? Do you know that in America here, the general, the first female black general, a
Oh
lady,
yeah, she's Nigerian. She
is
was.
from
Her face was
Nigeria.
everywhere. Yeah. Her face was
You see,
everywhere though.
and there was when Trump was in power, there was some American Marines who are Nigerians. One of them was on Facebook. That guy was begging, and it's an Igbo guy. He was begging that Trump should at least try to send a rescue mission like Marine in there to do some kind of maneuvering. That people are dying in Nigeria.
They said
The guy said if they give him the power to go in, there plenty, they go come in. Within 2 weeks, they go see what will happen.
Of course, but Trump is not good because first of all, the West don't like. That's why one of the reasons why they didn't sell it, they're not selling us at like advanced weapons and stuff. They know the kind of they have the profile of everybody. They know he's an Islamic terrorist, so they're not gonna sell him no goddamn weapon. Who sell you weapon? They know he's a jihadist, so they're not gonna sell him shit. They don't trust him. That's why they're not gonna sell him shit. And it's gonna be the same way with this kleptocrat. God forbid if he enters there, they will not help you because they know the kind of leader you forgot. Does anybody know who Kabiru Shokoto is? I'll tell you who he is. Kabiru Shokoto, I've forgotten the year it was. He bombed Christians in Abuja on Christmas Day. It was a bombing. When the whole of the Nigerian government was looking for Kabiru Shokoto, guess where Kabiru Shokoto was? It was at the state lounge of the Borno state governor. It was in his house under the security of DSS in Abuja.
Is it not this vice president?
Yeah,
this vice president.
It's the same one. The very same one. So the West know all this. You think they would go anywhere near him? Come on. So to their tent, O Israel, not so they go, they look us. To their tent, O Israel.
We need to fight.
And I've told people back home, if you no fight, get this man the back. Wait, person we won't help now, won't help us. You feel me? If you no fight this, please, you will have to lose my number for next 8 or 4 years. I'm sorry, because I cannot keep throwing what's it called into an empty pit. This man wants to do investment, so our money go they make more money instead of us just to be throwing it and expect nothing back. So if that doesn't work, very good. If you don't want to fight, very good. Just don't make una no come for nothing, because that means the whole country, everybody is comfortable with slavery and are not comfortable with slavery. The children of Benin are not slaves.
Sure, everybody.
The Prince of Belgrade, welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Greetings. Happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday to you, or Monday to you.
I know. Okay, it's Monday.
Right. How's everybody?
We're doing good, thank you. And yourself?
Well, I'm fine. I just came in. I'm trying to listen to everything. You know, I've been in the dark, but the only thing that caught my eye is the fight for River State governorship. I don't know. Is this Beatrice? Is she still the one for the Labour Party? Because I'm hearing different stories left and right.
She is, as far as I know. Let me go back to let me find
No, she still is. It's just Wike. Wike has flooded the zone with a lot of cash, and hungry people will be hungry and they'll do what they have to do. So a lot of not a lot, a good proportion of the ESCO in Rivers, they've been corrupted, and they were part of that helped him operate this disastrous result, this rigging that took place. So she's still the one with the flagship and the one with the flag. It's just Wike, and Wike has paid the people he has paid, and they have to do what they have to do. So everybody's doing what they're doing. It should not really be surprising to everybody, but it's clear. Her name is on the INEC website. There's no ambiguity of who the gubernatorial candidate is. It's pretty clear.
Well, what I was hearing is that the Labour Party got a court order. They tried to negotiate with her, but
She is her name is on the her name is an INEC portal. Is not there's no going back. Like
Yeah.
is done.
so
She's
are you
the
saying
candidate.
the party can change their
But,
nomination though?
sir, 3-4 days ago, she was just seen with Peter Obi and the party chairman. They were raising up her hand. This is a non-issue.
Okay,
It's the non-issue now. She's the one that's the candidate, not no going back.
okay. Because I was
Yeah.
confused. That's the only thing that confused me, but every other thing seems good.
The
And
man has been paid, so
I hear
the person going around has been paid. So you know how these hungry people do. They have to do what they have to do.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, so greetings to Sonwu for the wonderful church service today.
Are you here to come and salute
No,
someone?
I'm just saying greetings to you didn't let me finish my statement. So I just want someone to tell him that it is too late. You know, that's all I
Go
have to
late
say.
to church.
His name online is Sonwoku.
Thank you, someone cool. Thank you very much for
Hey,
All this rush
Manja.
hour serene that is doing. I don't
After
know.
3 years, he wants to go to church.
Yeah, 70 years old man.
70 years man. You're a mumu man.
I mean,
Seriously.
You're a mumu.
it's becoming disgusting now. Just what is this
It's
again?
disgraceful.
Fire brigade approach.
If he had any shame, he'll be ashamed of himself. But alas, he lacks shame. So yeah,
They don't have shame now. They don't need shame now.
if it's
Okay.
somebody that had
Nigeria
shame, he will say like he will not even like reflect that. How do I even look? So I just came out of nowhere and I'm everywhere. Like, how is he going to look to these people? If you had shame and you had self-reflection, you talk to yourself. But because he's been debased, the degradation in our society will not even allow him to see it.
It
In his
makes
face,
you
he's doing right.
it makes you imagine how stupid they think Nigerians are.
They really think we're stupid, bro.
This stupid act work it's like dancing in front of a baby to make the baby stop crying. That's exactly what he's doing. I don't know. So this last hour stuffs will change our minds or what?
It's disrespectful, even if you think about it. Like, you don't expect people to see through what you're doing. Like, you don't have even the basic respect for us. Like, come on, man, come on. Don't you like? Are you that you don't have that kind of self-awareness? Are you not even that self-aware to even see what you're doing? That how ridiculous you look. I guess he doesn't, or
That
his
meets and greet
master.
I just lost it there.
No, I think his master is the one telling him to do all this, because I don't think a man that you should be able to have self-reflection
Went
now.
to the church and started shaking people. I saw people were just reluctantly shaking him. Some people were not even looking at his side. As who is this? A big. When you were there before, what did you do? Now you're coming to deceive us again. To give you a
When it is a fire down the burning house.
Yeah, not. I
no.
mean,
Now have to come out.
what do you expect them to do? Local man comes to your church service and shakes people at the end. I mean,
There was one party was dancing in the choir or something. Hey,
Don't even know how
you
to
don't read.
dance.
You don't read. You don't read. You don't read.
but
On
it's
to the
good.
next
It's
one.
good. This phenomenon, I like this phenomenon that these evil oligarchs now know Pandora's box has been opened. This is no longer going backward. So they now know that even the people that were elected, that people didn't know they are, now they're indebted to the people. So they know I'm here because of these people. If I do anything, Bene, they will send me away, just like the way they didn't know who I was when they voted me. That's the way they won't know who the next person is, and they will vote him too. if I fuck up. So I like this. I like this. This is good for our nation. We just gotta reach the finish line. We really gotta take it all the way, because if we don't finish what we started now, we're going to leave this fight to the next generation. I don't think we can afford to, as a country, leave it to the next generation, because they've done it for three generations now. Enough.
Did y'all hear about the GRV complaining about the buy threats he's been having and the attempts?
Yeah, the attack is what's it called in Ekpe? Two guys with guns, APC guns, of course. But yeah, it was attacked, but nothing. They said nothing happened. They yeah, it's just it's thuggery. It's just intimidation. He had a police escort, so he's fine. They got him out of there, but yeah, he was attacked. It was attempted attack, I should say. But yeah, that happened in Ekpe. Yeah.
What's
Well,
up?
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying like you, Omoye, you were like agitating for like a group, maybe WhatsApp or Telegram or something. So
I wasn't advocating for it too. When people were talking about strategies and whatever they need to put in place, I said anyone who is willing to do that should decide to come up.
They really should be like that, because listen,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not.
funny because it's not even funny, because oh man, it's crazy, because I knew this day, I dreaded this day, because I told you before I even joined Mr. Niger Watch, like I wasn't I didn't believe this day is possible, because I was like, these evil people will not allow Peter Obi to win. I was like, how are they going to do this? Because from what I'm saying, he's a populist and people like him, but how are these people going to rig it? When I saw this nonsense, this scribbling, this chicken scratches, I'm like, they don't even rate us. They didn't even try. They're just saying we'll do anything, and these people will not do nothing. And I was like, no, 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 no.
I have a narrative though, because you see, I think they knew all along what they were going to do. You see, I think it was a miscalculated effort by the INEC chairman to introduce the beavers. Yeah, they went against it in the public. The citizens raised eyebrows. They knew they couldn't back out of it, but they made a deal that we'll go ahead with these beavers on paper, but Mahmoud, he will not use the beavers. So let everybody shut their mouths up that we're going to use these beavers for the election. Because over 80% of the senators voted no. I think only two senators supported these beavers in the beginning. And they were negotiating. What were they negotiating? Is the
This
INEC
bill was negotiated for over a year, line by line.
is the INEC not an independent entity? So what were they negotiating? Now it has come to the fore. They probably negotiated that, okay, something you can't go back on. We already heard about it, and the citizens were agitated, and they knew they couldn't just cancel it outright. So it's like magic is all about illusion. They put your focus on one thing, whilst the trick is done with the other hand. You understand? So you're focused on one hand. A magician tells you, look at my right hand, and then he's performing the trick with the left hand without you knowing. That's exactly that's my own narrative. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that's my own narrative. Because there was never any intention to use that reverse. They said, I think 30% of the budget was allocated for the security of the Beavers app and whatever. I don't think there's any app or website in the world that they need to spend that much to secure it. And yet it's still flawed. So what they're saying is that they just upgraded it from one state, they used to capture one state, to 36 states. There are many ways of deceiving hackers.
Yeah, sir, I put it to you, that's horse shit. When he said he needs to open it up from one state, from one state to 36 states, and I look at him and laugh. Sir, how many months did you have before the Ekiti and Osun election? And how many? So you didn't know? You didn't know that? You didn't know the system? You didn't know there was going to be election across 36 states on the 25th. So I'm after having 4 years to prepare for it. See, Mahmoud can do all this mental gymnastics and word play and what salad he likes, but it will not fly. If he was talking to people in 1988, maybe, but all that nonsense he's talking about, nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it.
Let me share this info because I don't know if anybody has seen this. This Mr. Magnus Oraka. This guy is a hardcore obedient. He has done a lot of work. I've seen a lot of his videos. He's based in the north, and this guy went to like villages to go and campaign for Peter Obi. He's from Delta State, but he lives, I believe, he's from Delta State, but he lives in the north, in Plateau State. But he's in hiding because una boys they after him because he got angry during the election. The Plateau votes were cut down so much. By the time they announced it,
DSS is after him.
Yeah, DSS is after him. So
yes, I watched the video.
You watch the video, right, Mr. Patrick?
DSS is not after the people that are killing, people in Northern Kaduna, or they're killing people in Benue. They after innocent civilians.
So the son with his family right now, he had to run away. But basically, that's just for those who don't know, so they can hear from someone who's based in the north and what he did and all of that. I just want people to listen to it. Let me see. I'm gonna start it from the. Let me see. Okay, so let me load this up and share.
Hey, my brother, welcome.
At the halo of, I appreciate the gesture for creating room for me. I actually been trying to log in, but I was made to understand that the studio is full. So I'd like to give you insights, particularly from the northern perspective. I've spent 57 years in the north, and I'd like to tell you what the game that is going on. So please feel free to ask me questions as it relates to the very, very intrigues relating to what is going on right now.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. We really do appreciate you at this particular moment. Meanwhile, let me introduce myself because this is the first time we're having you here on our media. Yes, I'm the owner of this media. We've been here, I and my team, working very, very hard for the success of Mr. Peter Obi since April last year. We've been out every blessed day, working, talking to our people why every Nigerian should support Mr. Peter Obi as the next president of Nigeria. But to cut everything short, at this particular time, we are not very happy because of how the election was rigged. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me? We can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, wonderful. You can hear me now, right?
Hello?
Can you hear me now? We can hear you, though.
Hello?
We can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Let me try and log in again without using the earbuds.
Okay.
So let me.
Now the truth is this.
Okay, let me.
And the simple reason was that I tried to vehemently condemn the election, and trust me.
In fact, we are being very patient right now, just because situation right there with Mr. Oraka Magnus. In fact, we are being very patient right now, just because we are trying to follow in, but I have to remove you temporarily. I beg make una not to miss, So he's back now. Let's see if he can if you can hear me talking, just give me a few seconds to put it on the screen. Okay, sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Like I was saying before, on this platform, we've been for Peter Obi since April last year. Immediately when it became out of PDP to Labour Party, then we've been here every single day without no day off, I and my team. So at this particular moment, we should face the moment. We are not happy. We are very, very displeased. In fact, we are being very patient right now just because, we are trying to follow the step of our principal. Everybody can see that the election was rigged. So, and we've played a couple of your videos as well. We can see that you are very, very displeased as well. We've played one or two of your videos on this platform, over what is currently going on in Nigeria. Please, I'm very, very happy you are here. I believe we can get a lot of illustrations from you today on how to go from here.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
The truth is that I hope I am clear now.
Yes, very clear.
Okay. Now the truth is this. As I'm talking to you now, I'm currently on the run from DSS in Plateau State. I am in this hotel room. I am 3 days behind payment. This room is 12,000 naira per night. I'm 3 days behind. And the simple reason was that I tried to vehemently condemn the election, and trust me, the arrest will soon start. For me, whether I fight or I talk, I don't talk, I'm still going to suffer. So dead. But let me tell you exactly what is going on. One of the biggest problems I have with speaking to Southerners is the fact that when you delve into the matters of religion, you say, I don't want to talk about religion. Religion, it makes little of your intellectuality. But the truth is that these people, what is going on is it's a political jihad. It's a damn right, straightforward jihad. In fact, it's a new type of jihad that is going to be practiced here in Nigeria and probably in the future will be tested in other African countries. This Buhari came and just laid the foundation, and Tinubu, and have you noticed that all the kidnappings and farmer headers clash and all the things related to Islam and whatever has suddenly stopped? Have you noticed? It has stopped. Now,
during this election. It stopped during this election.
Yes, because I want to create facts. So some of the things that I may have eluded you, what is going on, because I'm the one living in the north. I am the one who knows exactly what is going on. Unfortunately, if I'm telling my southern brothers, they don't know, look, if you are angry, you are not angry enough. If you are planning anything like a revolution, you don't know, because what is going on, you have to be very, very angry. Unfortunately, I don't have, anyway, before we go there, if you notice, the Boko Haram have stopped, farmers, headers, invasion of farmlands have stopped, kidnapping by bandits have stopped, everything have stopped, because they are watching. The final phase of taking Nigeria into an Islamic era is here. Now, one will ask, why is it necessary for us to be in an Islamic era? It's simple. In an Islamic era, it is easy to implement feudalism. And what is feudalism? Feudalism is a system where a certain portion, very small people, are called the bourgeois, whereas the rest of us, they even have a name for it here. It's called the talakawas. I've been saying these things over and over and over. I think everything I've preached for like 7, 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago, it's coming to pass. Now, the truth is that when Peter Obi came out, they actually, because these are old people who are not on Facebook, they are not on Twitter, they don't know the dynamics of this internet revolution, this internet era. So when they said it is 4 people tweeting in the room, they actually believed it. When they saw Peter Obi was not going to do anything, they actually believed what they were saying. But as the election drew nearer, they now saw that the wave is going to be hard. In fact, You're forcing me to do the video I'm going to make tomorrow. So I'm going to make the members here to be privileged to be the first to know what I'm going to say tomorrow. Because I wanted to make a video tomorrow why they don't want Peter Obi to become president. The reason why they don't want Peter to become president is not because, because Peter Obi is Igbo. That is a little bit of the reason. Because Peter Obi is a Christian, that is a little bit.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that
becomes president, the narratives that they've sold to us for many years, which were lies, will be exposed. And one of those narratives is one that Christians, Muslims are more than and Muslims are more than Christians. That's a lie. Christians. There are more Christians in this country than Muslims. So if Peter Obi wins, it will shatter the narrative to the Islamic world that Muslims are more. The second narrative is that they said the North are more in population than the South. If Peter Obi wins, it will shatter that narrative to show that the South are actually more in population than that. That was why you see they deliberately chose the places that Peter Obi won. They either slashed the, like in Plateau State where I am. If you see the video, I was very mad because what Peter Obi got was up to 1.6. We saw that 1.6 million votes. Then they slashed it down to 1.2. Okay, you know, bad reach. We still take out at least 1.2 still good because the rest were behind. Only for us to wake up next day and say it's 460 again. We say, why now? Sorry, I'm on a live Zoom meeting. I'll call you when I'm through. You get me? So we're so mad, and that's the same thing in Abuja. That's the same thing in Lagos. So the whole thing is to ensure that whether if right now we've been twisted to accept an Islamic era. We are twisted to accept this Islamic era. So if we allow that swearing in to take place, we are the biggest idiots that exist in Nigeria. Unfortunately, I have so much heart, but I don't have the resources. I'm ready to die. I don't have 57 years old. What else am I living for? If I cannot leave a better legacy for my children, what's the essence of living? I got my oldest child is just 16. And this is what I'm going to live for him. Look, so this thing is very clear. It's a religious jihad, whether you like it or not. Buhari, Tinubu, Mahmoud, and guess what? Atiku is also in on it. Forget all those. See, one thing with Southerners, we are so, our level of Western education allows our mind to be rational. We are always rational. So we see things from a rational perspective. But these guys are experts at misdirection. So everything they do, because our level of education and orientation allows us to see things from its natural sequences. So they play it back to us. Atiku goes to complain, goes to protest in INEC, say, okay, Atiku is not, they're all in on it. Everybody's in on it to ensure that Nigeria becomes an Islamic entity. This is what all this is all about. So
okay, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If we don't want it, no. In case there are Muslims on this house, I don't have anything against Islam. Islam is a beautiful religion. Christianity is a beautiful religion, but the people who are now translating Islam, weaponizing Islam to become for their own political gains, the type of Islam that these people are bringing in is what I'm fighting against. If not, there's no Dubai that we are all traveling to. It's an Islamic country, but no Christian is afraid to go to Dubai. But the type of Islam that these extremists are bringing into Nigeria, asking their foot soldiers to hold on while they finish the final phase, is what I'm scared about. Now, when I'm trying to tell my own brothers that look at what is coming, they will put us in a place whereby for us to even fight will not be difficult. But if we allow Tinubu to be sworn in, that's all. Everything.
Okay. We lost him there. Guys, please be patient with us because we are going to learn a lot from Magnus Oraka. His network is not pleasing right now. I believe maybe somebody called his phone. When I see, now the year the organic truth, now the year so. You know, God. I felt okay.
That's of misdirection. So they play misdirection.
Madam, we cannot post his number. We can reach you privately. We cannot.
Then send the number to me. Let me send him credit.
No,
It is behind the
please,
scene.
madam, please. I'm
not asking you to post it in mail.
Madam, hold on.
It's okay now. Don't distract the main goal. Thank you, Mr. Raka. It's good to have you back. Can you unmute yourself, sir? Unmute yourself. Okay, we can hear you now. Okay. Thank you. Wonderful. Go ahead, sir. Talk to us,
So, like
please.
I'm saying now, please let me quickly add this. Please, I know some of us are very educated. Some of us have gone to school. Blah 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 blah. This is the time I will employ every Southern man, every Christian man. That please, whatever book we have learned, keep it aside. These guys are not playing an intellectual script for us. They are playing a purely religious script. And if you know, these people are masters of misdirection. So they play misdirection. The meaning of misdirection is to be focused on a position that seems right but is wrong. Please, let's first agree that there is an Islamic agenda, and you don't need to carry a mat to go to the mosque. They just want to be that the few will rule the multitude. And whatever they tell us, whatever policies they do, they will. When Tinubu enters, we will not have this Facebook, we will not have Twitter, we will not have social media, we will not have it at our disposal. You get me? They tested it with at Buhari when they banned Twitter. They saw how it worked. So when they come in, look, what is ahead of us is like a lot of us don't even know how scary we should be and how angry we should be. You get me? So we have from now till the tribunal ending. If Peter Obi fails at the tribunal, forget Supreme Court, don't even go there. That's all. Because usually the Supreme Court will always uphold the tribunal. So we must show them that if they rule anything otherwise, at least the least we want is okay, they should cancel the election and do it again. If they don't do it, this country will go in flame, and youths are willing to die to save their future.
All right, Mr. Magnus, I would like to ask you, do you think we still have hope that Mr. Obi can take it?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. Do you think at this particular moment we still have hope that Mr. Obi can still retrieve his mandate?
Well, if you ask me the same question 4 days ago, I would say yes. But when Peter Obi came and said that they were refused to audit the beavers, it clearly shows that, you know, when they said in English parlance, when they say they are giving you the ropes, I mean, they're just making you go through the exercise just to make you feel you did something. Whereas a decision has already been made that Peter Obi will never become president. So I would tell you that I don't, in fact, on a scale of 1 to 10, my belief of Peter Obi getting his mandate has been reduced to 3. 7, that Peter Obi will not be there. Not because Peter Obi didn't win the election. Peter Obi won the election. We all know that Peter Obi won the election outrightly. I'm in Plateau State. I know how much Peter Obi won. But the narrative that Peter Obi will send to the Islamic community by becoming the president of Nigeria will kill the strength of the narrative of Islam in Nigeria. And therefore, they want to protect that. And they will do anything to protect that. It's just so unfortunate that the likes of Okowa, the governor of Delta State, and Wike, the governor of Rivers State, they are more concerned with these petty, selfish political gains and interests. They are not seeing the bigger picture. And that includes Tinubu too. And that is what we have bedeviled with in the South. It's all about also. But the thing is that Tinubu think he's using the North. The North is actually the one using Tinubu. Because they've seen that Tinubu, all he wants is just that resume. One-time Nigerian president, that's all. Whereas this cabal are looking at the bigger picture of properly
and fixatedly putting Nigeria at an Islamic state. And that's what this whole thing is all about. So I don't think Peter Obi I don't think the tribunal is willing to give Peter Obi from the initial ruling. You can say, I don't think they want to give Peter Obi presidency.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Before I start passing questions to you from my panelists, you mentioned from the beginning of your statement on this platform that you're already 3 days behind on your hotel room. So how do you think that we can assist you financially now?
If I send my account, I push something inside.
Okay, so I think we've had enough. You guys get the picture though. For those who haven't heard it before.
Yeah, I remember him. He was the one in the first video that said it was almost like kind of instigating violence the first time, talking about he knows it was going like from pointing saying that I remember him. I knew they were going to be looking for him since then. Then he released a later video after that saying he did not instigate violence, but he was still pressing the fact that the election was rigged.
Yes.
And it was stolen. Then I knew, oh yeah, they're looking for this man for sure.
Yeah.
I think it was the Labour Party that even told him that they're looking for him.
Yes. Okay. So
yes, I don't watch the video too. I watch the video.
Watch the video. So that's I played the video so that Nigerians who are living in their comforts in wherever corner of the world you are, hopefully you swing by here and hear this. That what we are.
They've already started the crackdowns.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said they've already started the crackdowns.
Exactly. You know, and then we're hearing also the one you talked about, Serap, right now, trying to
48 hours.
This is what it's a game plan, guys. You don't think that this is a joke. If you're a Nigerian, if you like, be living in the comfort that you've never experienced in your life, in the outskirts of the world, it still concerns you. You better recognize what's going on. You really, really have to. This is no time for play. It is not time. It's no longer time. It's game up. You have to be ready. We fight now or never. Matter of fact, I'll make bold to say, we fight now or you just stop having children. Simple and short. Because no mother wants to have children that people will use as slaves. Okay? So I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. I can only do what I can for now. Until it is time for action. This is all I can do.
And I keep on saying that I can't, even though I'm very angry, but my anger cannot be comparable to the people that actually cast a ballot. You feel me? Because I mean, a vote is a declaration that you're giving somebody else authority to make decisions in your interest.
But the thing is, we now have to get involved as diasporas.
Definitely.
Yeah, we have to start warming up, protest all over in all the embassies.
That's what we gotta do.
Start to work on getting permits just in case. Start working on. I've already put in a request for permits.
I mean, I don't think you don't need a permit to. No. Actually, you do. You're right.
Every district, you know how every state is different.
You're right. Yeah, it depends on the kind of place, opposed to a park or government establishment. The rules are different. You're right.
You know what I mean? So we get all we that were in the diaspora, we have to be ready too. Meaning we have to take the protest. Maybe the Nigerians will have to tap from our energy. You go and protest in front of the embassies with your placard. Make your concerns known to the world, to let them know, even though the world, we are not trying to get any external help, but at least we will make so that we can at least make headway, because this election cannot stand. Agbado will never take. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how they are going to do it such that it doesn't happen, but I know he will not represent me, family, or anybody that I know. you know.
That is it.
So that's just it. You have to make up your mind, cross your mind, because this one, if we don't fight them now, generations to come, because you don't know where your children are going to end up. That's the funny thing about life. You never know where your children are going to find themselves. You don't know. You only speak for what you know now. So be prepared wherever you are in the world. Start thinking, learning. You have to become a civil rights person now. Everybody on this table, everybody has to be a civil rights leader right now for your country, because we not get another one. Find out if you need a permit for protest in your area. Start doing the assignment now. If na 3 people, if na 4 people na fit gather, more na gather, make the noise for front of your embassy. Make them know. Make your mayor say, some people they make noise for front of embassy. What is going on? Make them find out. Make the news they carry on, because this is the only time we have, right, to take back what truly belongs to us. This has nothing. I don't even care about the agenda. You see, this agenda is a small. If we do what we need to do, this agenda will die on arrival. It will be crushed, because guess what? The people are not accepting it, and the people are pushing back on it. They keep claiming that, oh, their side plenty, their side. Well, we will find out soon, right? So we don't want to get there. I don't want. Nigeria has been through a lot already. We've lost too many innocent lives already. That's not my desire. Okay, but at the end of the day, what's going to happen is going to happen. We can't see the future. We can only see what we're doing right now and the actions we're putting in place. Perhaps we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll have a different story to tell. But until then, we gotta be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Patrick, abeg, let me hear your final comments. Abeg, I won't go rest. Today na Sunday. Make man pikin go rest.
You still there for Sunday?
We still there Sunday for you.
Now Monday we did that. What did we time there?
Early Monday for now. It's 6:53 p.m. right now.
So that's PST, I guess. You're in PST.
You say?
Is that PST?
That's like Florida, right?
No, California.
Napa. Napa Valley.
Napa Valley, yeah. California.
Okay.
All them.
All right, so allow you to go sleep. Me too, I want to go sleep. So.
My brother can't sleep. Yeah.
Nigeria is our project now, so we have to take it serious.
Exactly.
So,
we have to.
I just wish us a good landing. I believe by the end we have cause to celebrate and thank God.
He said, we will say we fought a good fight, we stood and we did not back down. That's what it will be.
Thank you very much.
Brother, have a great night. Yeah. All right then. Mr. Brother Belgrade. Oh yeah, our Prince of Belgrade.
I really don't have what to say.
Okay.
You know, I just know our leaders now and the ones that want to be our leaders. The evil ones are evil. They should be stopped, and Agbado should never smell that seat. That 29 shouldn't be Agbado that will be on that stage. And by the grace of God, God will answer our prayers, and He will not smell that too. Never.
He said, you know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it will not happen, you know, because you just God forbid. I don't want to think.
Now why all those evil ones? Now why they war? You don't see all these people.
And now they will work from inside out. They don't swallow many things. That make them not get hurt again. They don't do. Their soul is gone. Their spirit is gone. Now shell they look so. So everything when they don't swallow, now they show for their skin. The darkness in them. Now they come out for their skin. God forbid. To fear Akwa. My brother, rich spirits, Pico, let's let's have your final talk on this matter.
Good,
Continue.
good evening, people. This is my final talk. I just like you said, we just maybe I don't know, something would trigger preceding events. I just it's almost like everybody is waiting for the first, how do I put it, the first domino to fall.
Yeah.
That's how I put it. Because something will trigger something. Because somebody, they will do something that will be in excess and is going to trigger something. I don't know what it is, but I know for a fact the youths back home are not taking this line down. That one is a fact. I've heard from too many people, and to even buttress the point, even the Dr. Haruna said it himself.
Right.
And he's on the PCC, so I
From
know
the
for a
north,
fact the youths are not
especially
going
from
to
the
take
north
this.
too.
Especially in the north, they're
Mhm.
not going to take this lying down. So I don't know. I want peace, but you can't have peace without justice.
Exactly.
If we have to tear this thing down and start again, let's kukuma do it right now, so we don't have burden this thing with the next generation. Because these next generations are in debt. They've not even born yet. We don't already saddle them with debt.
Uh,
You feel me? So
yeah.
I love my country and I don't want to retire yet. You feel me?
Me too.
I don't want to retire yet. I mean, of course, I love my life here. Don't get me wrong, but
Of course.
it's just I'm Nigerian. Like
In
I'm
the
not
blood.
African American. I'm Nigerian. I know where I'm from, so I want to go back home. And I don't want to go back home to no light. When what year? When will we finally have light? So I thank you. I thank Mr. Niger. What we got to keep this momentum going. I don't know what will happen, but a domino will fall that will proceed other dominoes. And I'm not optimistic that this will not be done with some level of shoot price to pay. There's always a price to pay for freedom. It's gonna have to go that direction, it seems.
Right.
May God help us, but this will not stand. we can all sing that in one accord. This will not stand. They will have to kill all of us.
That's it. That's just it. That's what is
Have a
done.
good evening.
You as well. Thank you so much, my brother
Thank
Rich.
you.
Have a
Always
great
a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Same here. Thank you. Aluta continua.
Luta continua.
See you at the battlefront tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm wrapping it up now. Baby girls got to go stretch out, relax, and chill the rest of the evening. It's been an honor to come here to you guys and bring the information. Please, for those who know how to pray, Biko, continue to pray, put action behind your prayer. Wherever you are living, go and collect permits. Biko, if you are in the diaspora, if you need permit, go and find out to ask questions, Google, find out if you can get permit, where you can get permit, so that if it comes to us having to go and protest after this court proceeding is over and we don't get anything, because let me remind all of us, time is ticking. We only have 21 days. We do not want to wait for that 21 days to be over. So, but when the court proceedings is over, please, guys, wherever you are in the world, go and get a permit. Let the whole world pay attention to the fact that Nigerians are fighting for their nation all over the world. Please, I beg you, let them cover every city to city of Nigerians standing up to take their country back from what's it called, from this mafians or whatever they call them. Please, abeg o, Nigeria is your business, so don't think it's not your business. Whether you like it or not, Nigeria is your business. It's in your veins. You cannot cut it out of you. I don't care how comfortable you are. Get off your comfort and fight now. This is the perfect time to do it. Okay? Please do not be silent. Do not be, your voice is needed. We need to hear your voice. We need to feel the impact. These people need to feel our impact. They need to be uncomfortable. They need to lose sleep, lose appetite, lose whatever is precious to them because we have chosen to rise up. I beg you, my people. I'll end it here. If you're catching this on replay, please leave me a comment. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share, so we can get the word out. I have sent an invitation to Gbadebo, Vivor Road. Gbadebo, if you're hearing me or any of your representatives are hearing me or anybody knows him, please have him come to the channel so he can tell us what he wants to do for Lagos. If anybody knows Comrade Beatrice Itupo, I would really like to talk to her as a woman as well. She's a woman. Let's talk and get ideas. You know, governor of candidate for Kaduna, Akwa Ibom, anybody who knows them, I beg una, make una bring them, come, they can tell us what they want to do for the people. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys by the grace of God tomorrow. Bye.